हाथ बांध छोटे हाथ बांध सुनो एहतराम से गाने मेरे नाम के मुरीद तेरे पसंदीदा रैपर मेरे काम के मुरीद हाथ बांध वरना बोलेगी फिर 9 मिलीमीटर हाथ बांध छोटे हाथ बांध आए तेरे शहर तो लगा दे वहाँ 4 चांद बात मान मेरी बात मान हला होड़ी नहीं होए देंगे तेरी गांड फाड़ जिन्हें चर्च दिला दी वो सारे हाई के मुरीद जिन्हें वर्ष दिया वो सारे लिखाई के मुरीद लेकिन भाई वाले तेरे थोड़े आउट ऑफ द लीग आउट ऑफ द वे जाते हैं कभी आओ तो कराची फ्लो सो सिक मुझे TY2 टोन बोल हाइप खाएगा ना मुंह तो खोल इधर सोल्ड आउट शो बेटा 10,000 लोग अभी आई एम द शिट अभी गर्मी नहीं ब्रो गलत तेरी मालूमात करे तेरा बंदोबस्त बेंच जाती फटोफट pull up and we fuck it up pull up and we fuck it up कराची मेरा मैं आ रहा सिटी shutting down लाहौर back in कराची बलोच बनाए जोड़े smoking up in Johor 3 AM 4 AM कलम तोड़ any fucking day मेरे भाई वाले बैठे कनाडा hustle है digits हैं edit up शहर मेरा जंगल है gang पूरा animals we can bake मेरे boys करें edibles bitch made motherfuckers acting like many men असल में ये minions देखिए resilience बाउंस बैक करें हम स्लैश करें मान के नहीं लाए अपनी हाइप कैश करें तुम्हें रॉन्ग वे छोटे हम तो राइट बैट करें पे अप मदरफकर हम पाइप करें तेरे नट टाइट करें जैसे उस्ताद मुझे सीख के सिखाएंगे ये गुस्ताख नो कीज मैंने वेव किए पुश स्टार्ट बात सुन हाथ बांध छोटे हाथ बांध सुनो एहतराम से गाने मेरे नाम के मुरीद तेरे पसंदीदा रैपर मेरे काम के मुरीद हाथ बांध पड़े फायर तो सुनाई देगी चीख हाथ बांध छोटे हाथ बांध आए तेरे शहर तो लगा दे वहाँ 4 चांद बात मान मेरी बात मान हलाउड़ी नहीं होए देंगे तेरी गांड फाड़ खारदार निपट लेते तुझे बारों बार गुनाहगार सदा करो बार खून खार तो तुम बनो मत उछलते औरों के लनों पर बड़े क्या घरों में तुम्हारे बोलो ना भड़को अब रुको मत सजे और खपे हिप हॉप पे खपे इनको बोरी में भर के हम डब्बों में रखते हैं चीनी मुर्गी के अंडे हैं जो करे गांडू फेस पेट मलते हैं दौलत है शौहरत है इज्जत है चूतिया लेसर नोन सिर्फ मुझसे जलते हैं पब्लिक को खबर है चूतिया बनती नहीं इनकी चूतिया पंथी चलती नहीं इनके करियर भी खाए तफसील से मैंने मुझे भी जल्दी नहीं हाथ बांध छोटे हाथ बांध सुनो एहतराम से गाने मेरे नाम के मुरीद तेरे पसंदीदा रैपर मेरे काम के मुरीद हाथ बांध वरना बोलेगी फिर 9 मिलीमीटर हाथ बांध छोटे हाथ बांध आए तेरे शहर तो लगा दे वहाँ 4 चांद बात मान मेरी बात मान हला होड़ी नहीं होए देंगे तेरी गांड फाड़
हेलो व्हाट इज अप बहुत जल्दी आ गए भाई क्या यार मैच इतना लंबा मैच चला उनका भाई मैं सो गया पता है देखते देखते भाई कब खत्म होगा इतने क्या था टेक पॉज हैवी टेक पॉज साउंड डबल आ रही है क्या हो रहा है साउंड डबल आ रही है मेरी इको हो रहा है क्या हेलो माइक चेक 3 2 1 कहाँ हो रहा है इको भाई सब ठीक तो है हेलो कुछ भी बोलते हो हाँ एनीवेज कौन जीता बे भाई मैं यहाँ पे पीछे लेटा हुआ था मैं सो गया था लिटरली बता रहा हूँ टैलेंट जीता ना भाई वो मैं सोच रहा था कि कमबैक हो रहा है RRQ का Anyways, let's move on to our main match. PRX versus DRX. ये भाई मेरे को DRX पता है दिल से मेरे को ना अच्छी टीम लगती थी पता नहीं क्या हो गया लास्ट ईयर से थोड़ा उनका डाउनफॉल सा हो रखा है मोनी भाई क्या आगे थोड़ा देखा था मैंने 1-2 चीज भाई वो क्या मैंने एक राउंड देखा एनीवेज मेरे को लग रहा था ये क्या गेम चल रहा है ये थोड़ा गोल्ड की गेम चल रहा है क्या भाई पता नहीं क्या ही कर रहे थे वो RRQ वाले भाई मोनिया की किस्मत देखी है तुमने कहाँ एशिया पैसिफिक की बेस्ट टीम में खेलता था और कहाँ वर्स्ट तो नहीं बोलूँगा वर्स्ट तो कोई और है गुड इवनिंग जगजीत कैसे हो मेरी जान कैमरा को फोकस बैकग्राउंड में है कैसे वो करूँ क्या अभी नहीं है अभी ठीक है मत कर ठीक है DRX just like me for real the way we are having downfall किधर गांड बना रहा था किसको टारगेट कर रहा है किसी को नहीं आपको क्या लगा VLT को टारगेट कर रहा हूँ बस खुश VLT को भाई वो थोड़ा वॉल लाइट बंद हो जाती तो अजीब लग रहा है भाई वो मेरे ना चलो रुको मैं इसको ना स्टैटिक कर देता हूँ क्योंकि अभी ना जो दूसरा जो दो है ना वो जलने में उसको ना टाइम लगेगा। चलो गाइज मैं तुम्हारे सामने स्टैटिक करूँगा। हाँ क्या चाहिए भाई? अच्छा ब्लूटूथ ऑन करने के लिए क्या रहे हो? लो कर दिया। ठीक है। एक सेकेंड, ये कैसे करते हैं? स्टैटिक कैसे करते हैं? बेसिक। हाँ हो गई स्टैटिक। हाँ हो गई ना। हेलो हेलो हेलो। अबे क्या हाल है कनिष्क भाई? फोकस नॉट गुड। फोकस संभालो या मेरे को ना। चलो मैं एक काम करता हूँ, मैं कैमरे को नीचे ही ले लेता हूँ। फक दिस। अभी ठीक है? क्या ही करोगे लाइट्स देख के तुम? बैकग्राउंड फोकस हो रखा है। नहीं अभी ठीक है। सही में? हेलो हेलो हेलो। ठीक तो है अभी? पैसा बर्बाद, मेहनत बर्बाद फोकस के चक्कर में। एक सेकंड कोई आया है।
Now's the time, no delay. Gotta get going now, there's no more time to waste. More speed, little less haste. 100 miles I'm running, never touch the brakes. See they're counting, counting, we can't let them wait. Never late, cause it's time, it's time. We eat the beat and heat the street. Gotta keep moving, zooming down that winning road, avoid defeat. Cause time, it's time. Wanna move quick, gotta move faster. Wanna speed up, gotta move faster. Time is time, it has no master.
टा टा टा। भाई DRX का लाइनअप क्या है वैसे? माको वाको है अभी भी क्या एकदम चेंज हो गया? बज माको हाँ जीस्ट जेस्ट पता नहीं क्या था। पूरा चेंज हो गया क्या DRX का लाइनअप? भाई i7 13700K एंड 40 Ti सही है क्या? हैं आप मेरा ही डिस्क्रिप्शन मुझे बता रहे हो? सही है, मेरा ही तो है ये। हाँ बस बेस्ट है। माको बस है ना? माको बस है, ठीक है। नो स्टैक, नो जेस्ट, नो आरबी। फिर कौन है? माको बस और कौन है फिर? आपका 4080 है, 4070 Ti सही है क्या? मेरा 4080 है? फक पता ही नहीं मुझे। पक्की बात है मेरा 4080 है। चेक करो एक बार।
Welcome back to VCT Pacific Stage. Up in the standings, but now we're gonna see old rivals, PRX and
4080 है भाई मेरा।
And,
हाँ
here we go. Look at me.
i7 13700K 4080 है। हाँ तो ठीक है ना, 4070 Ti और क्या। माको बस एसिडिक फ्लैशबैक और बेन। What the fuck are these player bro? भाई ये क्या हो रहा है?
Guess you're learning a lot.
माको फॉक्सी 9 फ्लैशबैक बेन बज। अरे यार
Hello, Bane. Now, what's with the dinosaurs? What are you doing?
I'm beating PRX.
Oh, beating PRX. Oh,
Yo, what the fuck, bro? Acting buck 2 rupees thi.
I'm loving the new strats that they have ready for today.
Also, this image.
If in
I mean,
case
it's not
you
wrong.
didn't notice, DRX is a part of
In the
DRX.
PSD, and I don't know. All right, this is great. Yeah, Pacific Graphics, #1, just like Pacific.
Sheesh.
All right, for those of you guys, Bulb, or you formerly known as Bulbasaur, he's now known as Bulb. He was part of the original gang of PaperX, and he's now their assistant
तो है.
coach.
Man, how
ये
many
कैसा है
people
अच्छा?
do you think
बाद
know
लास्ट 5
the
मैचेस में
true
PRX ने
original
5 मैच
gang of
जीते हैं भाई.
It's,
It's ages
Wow.
ago.
DRX was
But
playing.
what's really fascinating is now DRX used to be one of the oldest rosters,
Yes.
and so all that changed. But I think PaperX now might be that roster, especially with his assistant coach. And it was Alex, Bull, Mind Freak, and
Bye.
Wish, David, Devi. They were all in the
मेरे को
original
कुछ
gang.
गलत
Now they're
feeling
back
आ रही
together
है.
again, and that's going to be really interesting I think,
DRX
for
के
the
लिए.
rest of stage 2 with all these minds coming back together.
guys.
Now, this is an old rivalry, right? DRX
Yes.
used to be top of this, William.
Yeah, I mean, they used to be absolutely the ones to choose if you had to choose who was going to win. But as we just saw on the record, in
कल है
recent
G
times,
fighting, कल
PRX
है
has
G
now
fighting, yes.
consistently been above DRX. They've beaten
America's
them obviously
Watchparty
last year
भाई
to
पागल
finally
हो
take
क्या?
the throne away from them here in Pacific. Now
एकदम
winning that
schedule
very
एकदम
first title.
set कर रखा है
And of
भाई.
course, recently in stage
मैं आज
1 as
9
well
बजे उठ गया था,
to
सो
knock
के.
them down to the lower
10
bracket.
बजे.
So overall, PaperX, I think, showcasing that they've really found a new
Pin करी वाली
groove
chat.
in the new meta of Valorant.
Yes, that's right. And now we're looking at our 2 key players now, and we see flashbacks starting to collect them all.
कुछ ना होगा भाई,
Like
something भाई
Forsaken
back
over
on
here,
old
Quack.
crosshair.
Yeah, that, these two
अबे मैं
players
कह रहा हूँ
are the
DRX
main
के लिए
flexes
गलत
for the
feeling आ रही है
team, and
मुझे.
That's why you kind of want to look at them as well. Both PaperX and DRX going through some changes, but very, very, lovely to see how the teams are improving.
DRX जीतेगा, tough होगा
And
match.
at the same time,
आज
when you
offline rank
consider
push किया क्या?
this
हाँ बे,
week's,
कैसे पता?
patch
दो
changes,
game
like
खेला.
how are they going to play it? Is
Sentinels
Flashback
energy
going to
है
pick up
आज
the
भाई,
ISO?
वो
Is
रात
Forsaken
सुबह
gonna
है
pick up the ISO?
5:30 बजे
And
भाई.
the one thing that I thought was
कौन
interesting on
देखेगा
that
सुबह
stat screen
5:30
that we
बजे
saw was
Sentinels
that, yes,
energy.
I mean, obviously
बात
Flashback
अलग
putting
है,
up very
है
impressive
America's
numbers as well. But one thing Forsaken's gotten
Sentinels
very
का
good
है
at
और
is just
energy का
how
है, बात
much
अलग है वो.
participation and
But
impact he has on the
timing
map. Even
थोड़ी
if he's not
heavy है.
getting the frags, he's either surviving,
मैं
right,
दिखाऊं?
he's going for the trades. The whole KAST number actually tells a very good story for Forsaken's playstyle. And I think Flashback is going to need to do that himself if he really wants to match PaperX at a high level.
Definitely, and it is a tall order, but if there's a team that could do it, it would probably be DRX. And now we see Bulb. He's fresh off the airplane. He landed
कहाँ है भाई?
last night, ready to go.
The classic plain fashion with the hoodie.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure you can stay warm. I like it.
That's
Top-notch.
why
भाई
his,
5:30 बजे है
Handstand was
सुबह
not
भाई,
top
कौन
four.
देखेगा?
He's still like
It's getting
warming
भाई
up.
MIBR
For
Leviathan
Alex
भी है.
is still around.
Ooh,
भाई
okay.
heavy matches
So
है
the
सुबह
Ascent
यार.
Man, I mean,
कौन
PaperX,
देखेगा
it
2:30
is a
बजे
little shocking because I would have
No.
imagined that Haven would be the go-to ban for PaperX now with it being replaced by
Hell
Breeze,
yes.
right? It's another map where it's not always easy to just bank on the Rays, especially now with the patch, etc., etc.
But it has been a long time since Haven was around. I
Hey,
agree with you.
let's
You're the crowd
go!
like crazy
Split
too,
Haven.
because
Fuck.
this is a map
Please,
where PaperX
ban
for the longest time just could not figure out
Breeze.
how to win on it consistently. I mean, they had so much trouble
Ban
with trying to figure out what
Breeze.
comp to even play, and this is a map, of course, an age-old one for DRX, but none of the very original Vision Strikers guys are there. The original Breach Jet combo of RB and Stacks, absolutely gone. Blown to smithereens into
Salam
different
खेल रहा है
teams,
मैं भी यार, मैं-
and now they have to come
हाँ,
up with
क्या?
new strats.
Yeah, and that's the thing, what are those new
मैं
strats?
Bind क्यों ban कर?
Alex
Guys,
and,
मैंने Bind का एक
Bulb
sexy
just kind
lineup
of shared
निकाला
a
है.
look back there
Like
as well,
देखा
thinking
है.
about the next map.
आय
The ban,
ओ ब्रीज तो है ही नहीं, सॉरी.
interestingly enough, it's going to be
Icebox,
behind
Icebox.
DRX
Breeze नहीं है,
leaves
माफ करो,
Icebox
गलत.
open. This is
Icebox को ban करवा रहा था मैं. Fuck,
unprecedented.
वही pick हुआ है.
Listen,
मैं
I'm
बोर हो गया बे
almost
Icebox
feeling
देख
that
के मैं.
PaperX is kind of using this match to test their limits a little bit, right? Like banning out the
Split ball, okay.
bind, one of your best maps against your and then leaving the Haven open. I have questions. Now, obviously, it is a new patch,
Yes, I
so
think-
a lot of crazy things could happen. but-
Yeah, that could be a big factor. in all of this. But we are going to be starting with Split.
भाई तुम्हें क्या लगता है
Anyway,
आइसो पिक
so
होगा
they are also
प्रोफेशनल
pretty good
मैच
at
में भी
Split,
भाई वो
especially
आरआर
with
क्यों नहीं तो
the
पिक करा था
clutch in
फिर भी आ रही
back. I mean, how is this going to affect everything? And DRX as well.
Yeah, it absolutely is a big factor.
भाई मैं चाहता हूँ
I think
बे
that's one of the main things.
क्या बोल दो
because,
guys
PaperX has always been a
Nah,
team that
something
kind of
RR
functions
something
like,
ISO
they're
ना
like
खेले
pressure
बस
fighters. They
भाई
constantly
वो
keep you on
जेट
your
में ही
toes.
अच्छा है
They're always, down up against you. And
नहीं
when
नियॉन
you
होगा
have,
मेरे को लग रहा
all
है कि
these
आइसो पिक होगा
interesting new
क्या
duelist
बोलते हो guys?
changes coming through, they're only gonna get possibly stronger, and that's why we're
Talent pick-
looking at
अच्छा, Talent ने
Flashback
pick
and what
किया था
he
क्या?
can
माफ
provide to
करो।
DRX is that if DRX adapts alongside this, with a whole new roster, trying to play out on a map like Split, for example, they might be
आज बहुत
able
दिन
to
बाद
play
casting
something a
couch के
little bit more
दर्शन
flexible,
हुए।
right? Mako
yeah.
as the IGL now, he's still able to sit comfortably and hold an area
Faru,
like
hello, how
Rose
are
Cup
you
as that
doing?
Viper.
Hope
But the
you
rest of
had
the
a
team
good
being able
family
to,
time,
function and
Raju.
flow around the entire map.
Family
Rotations
time
coming
was
through.
awesome,
They'll be
but
able
solo
to
time
kind of
was
adapt and
bad.
play alongside whatever PaperX's game plan
honest.
might be. So it's very
Anyways,
crucial
how
that
are you,
DRX
buddy?
kind
Thanks for
of
the
shows
100.
us a new composition and finds something that allows them to flex around.
Yes. Yeah, so I think this is going to be very interesting now. Now, we have to talk about predictions, and we only have
Nahi
one
cutie.
blue voter today, and that is Kilios
Oh, no,
on the
he's
side
done it again.
Iso
of
Tatti agent था और है।
Oh,
Is this
no.
cursed? Is it Kilios?
I have a feeling when he's the only lone remaining
What?
believer, it doesn't really seem to spell a lot of hope for DRX because I feel like it just comes straight out of faith and nothing else.
Okay.
He's gonna hate me for this.
Yeah, he is.
Just so we're very clear,
it's okay.
I do think it's probably a pretty close call for
Talon ने किया
all
था,
of
ठीक
us.
है, ठीक है।
But to me, it was. I mean, we saw PRX with discipline
Alex की
against
GF मारेगा
a
आपको।
supposedly
सही
weaker
में?
team last week, right? Talon looked like they were much weaker
Alex
last
की
week,
GF है
and
क्या?
PRX still wasn't ego peeking them. They still weren't hunting for kills. To me, that gives me enough faith that they're going to continue that against DRX today, which is going to give them the edge over DRX no matter how good their mechanics are.
Do you think this is going to be a close one, Quack, or is this like PaperX all the way?
Well, I mean, okay, looking at the map picks, right? A lot of question marks,
कैसे
so
बता
many
दूँ मैं?
question marks. I think there is a very good chance that this could
मैं
go all the
ऐसे
way,
हवा में फेंक
but
रहा
whether or not DRX comes out on top, that remains to be seen, right? I mean, even Paper Thin abandoned Achilleos on this DRX vote, so
वो
we'll
गाना
have
कौन
to
सा
see.
स्ट्रीम स्टार्टिंग
Yeah,
वाला
he abandoned
हाथ बांध छोटे हाथ बांध
buddy,
बोला
his little wingman there. And
Konsai?
I
Tala
think this is
Anjum
going
ka
to
hai.
be really
Two-tone.
close today, unless PaperX has that same discipline that you were just mentioning. Let's go to the stage and welcome our X's.
Axis oh DRX PRX Axis oh nice word Paper Rex baby make some noise yo DRX old lineup was goat yaar दे दो कॉपीराइट दे दो कॉपीराइट हाँ ठीक है दे दो कॉपीराइट
And here we go. The audience is going mad right now
Entrance
for
थोड़ी
PaperX
casual
versus
है।
DRX. And it seems like ages ago, actually, that we saw these two on the grand finals stage of Pacific
Jingy
finals
boy!
last year. And here they are facing off again, but two very different squads, especially on the side of DRX.
आज का मैच मस्त होगा
that
हाँ
was
बे
kind of the start of DRX never quite reaching the same peak ever again, right? After that, PaperX goes to the
में
Grand
मैच
Finals of
नहीं है।
Champions. Gen G picks up the first trophy for Pacific. DRX not having gone to a single international event yet in 2024. This might be a league play match, but a lot is on the line for the Korean squad.
Just so much.
चलो
I
भाई
mean,
get ready
DRX
for the
might be
main
on
event
top
for
of the
today's
standings right for
PRX
now,
versus
but this
DRX
could be that
baby
first
let's
match, that
fucking
first
go
loss
man
that, PaperX delivers to
yeah
them.
And PaperX is certainly hungry for that win because they want to go into playoffs being in that top seed. They want to be the ones to take DRX down. Because DRX continue on
बस
this
एक बस
momentum.
का
I
डर है
mean,
उधर
this is
बस बहुत
something
मारता
that
है
you would not want them to
और
go
माँ
in
को
because you're
भी।
going to have to face them at the very end. But
तो यहाँ पे
DRX
तो
on the
पांचों
other
मारने वाले
side
भाई
definitely gearing up to face PaperX. They don't want to
Let's
lose
go,
yet
Jason.
again to PaperX.
Yeah, and I think we all saw the mechanics absolutely leveling up at
Hey,
an
Jing का
individual
पूरा नाम
level
क्या है,
for
guys? मुझे बताओ।
DRX. But again, the question is can you keep the composure, the teamwork that you've always been known for in such a short amount of time, while PRX has been going through a trial by fire on international stages already so far this year.
All right, well, we're all very excited for this
किसको support
rematch
कर रहे हो
against
बड़ो भाई?
PRX and DRX. We're going to go over the
GE को।
casters, Valdez and Achilleos. Take it away.
Thank you very much. Yes,
Flashback was-
this is the series that we've been waiting for. Granted, RQ talent absolutely delivered. Went to the end, almost had the run back from
Jingle
RQ,
bells.
but this is the one when we
Jingle
saw it
bells.
on the horizon. We said, okay, mark our calendars, set our alarms.
बड़े
We need to
हरामी।
watch that.
Jing
We did,
Thakur,
and
oh
we're here.
fuck,
The
क्या
time
नाम है
has
बे?
arrived. PRX versus DRX,
Jing
the
Jinga.
two old
ठीक है,
rivals
जितेंद्र।
battling it out once again, and all of us have voted for PRX. Right, Achilleos, except one.
क्या
Except for
नशीले
me.
लोग हो भाई?
Yeah.
All on my lonesome, and you know what, William? He said that I would hate him for the words that he said. Doesn't matter. I hated you well before that. No, I'm just kidding. But let's go ahead and take a look because we have some interesting
No
stuff happening
ISO,
here.
baby.
DRX sticking with that single duelist here with Buzz, but Flashback going to be bringing Clove
Double
forward
duelist,
onto
Jing-
Split.
Bye.
Not something that I was anticipating at all.
Satchel nerf के बाद
Yeah,
मेरे को
it's,
Jing
you know,
की
it's pretty
movements
interesting.
देखनी
New
है.
patch, new picks. We already saw the Clove and the ISO together on Icebox for our first series. If you
Double-
guys missed that, so yeah, just the Clove by
But
themselves.
Clove or
And
Omen?
we'll see how that does go here up against on the side of PRX. Just
Oh,
the double
very
duelist, kind
realistic.
of what you would expect to see on Split. That's kind of what they like to do. Same players on the same picks.
So double duelist here from the side of PRX. I mean, DRX, obviously, they'll have done their research. They'll know that this is what they like to do. So maybe they anticipate that this is going to be the composition coming
Wang
from PRX.
Jin
No changes really
is the
whatsoever.
name.
But for DRX, they continue to mess around, to innovate here a
Jigneshwar
bit.
Yadav.
With Flashback bringing out this Clove.
Jing
Let's see how
Prasad
it does
Mishra.
fare versus PRX, because while DRX in the past used to be dominant
कौन से
against
नशे
this
करके आते
squad,
हो?
they have not beaten them
Let's go,
in quite
baby.
some time.
Absolutely.
Jing on attack.
And
I mean,
that just
PRX
adds
on
to the
attack,
excitement
baby.
level to see if they can do it this time around as the stakes go ever higher as we do near playoffs and all that.
Should I increase the sound,
Exciting
guys?
stuff here. Jumping onto Split, which was PRX's choice.
Yeah, ठीक है.
And then we will immediately go over to Haven, which was re-added into the
By
pool.
PRX supporter, heavy
So
vibe.
very fun to
Let's
watch DRX going back onto that map after a bit of time.
That's some basic
It does
game.
look to be a push towards B at this point.
Flash in, not finding much. There's the cage, a dash out from something, but Flashback able to collect the first kill
Oh.
from up in heaven. Pushing up into the poison orbis.
Gaya.
Made now, going to be sent flying, landing right here on top of Forsaken, who is able to get away. Flashback finds the seconds to buy, will fall, but Forsaken and Jing getting one apiece. We'll get back now into parity, but HP bar is falling a little bit low, and Mako cannot hold his
What?
ground. Forsaken with 3. They will go ahead and close things out. He and
What the fuck
Mindfreak
just happened, bro?
barely scraping by with those HP bars, but PRX find the pistol.
Yeah, that they do. You know, it's difference between a couple of shots going here and there, but the entry itself was pretty straightforward. You know, it's slow push on in. They get revealed a little bit, but at the end of the day, it's still, you know, Forsaken throws out the bird. He's able to get the flash, swings out here out of the smoke, and he's able to line up 3 kills. So big from him.
Jason.
And even able to save himself there right at the end and deny the kill.
Huh?
And yeah, PRX starting off with a big cheer from the audience as well after picking up that first round.
For the orb take here. Has to be pulled off though. Buzz
What the
able to
fuck?
find 1 kill, but otherwise it's a massacre as Jing collects 2. Flashback ends up getting caught by the full flash there. Now
Bro,
it's just
bro,
Foxy9 to see if
this
he can
is
try to deal
brutal,
any
bro.
real
मैं
damage
बोल
here
रहा हूँ
to
ना
the side of
DRX के लिए
PRX.
मुझे कुछ गलत फीलिंग आ रही है.
Showing off the gun.
It is cool. I do like those colors, but
Cool तो है.
Doing his best Plaid Chat impersonation, saying buy the bundle.
yeah, buy the bundle.
Let's go,
Foxy9 coming
Jasminder
up here in
Singh.
heaven and seeing maybe if anyone is going to be lurking around that area of the
Hello,
map, but
how
otherwise
you,
he's just
Delhi?
going to slowly
क्या?
and surely try to die to the spike.
Eco है chill.
PRX off to a roaring start
So
here.
what?
Not really taking their time. This is what you would expect from them, pressing W towards that B site. Foxy9 just hiding.
Yeah, I think the
Why
RX
would he
just
buy
maybe not expecting that there was going to be that much presence in Garage from them.
Eco round.
They triple stack it to try to just go ahead and get the orb, fast track a showstopper, but I think maybe they were expecting, you know, a lurk player, Mindfreak or Devi might
Guys,
poke
क्या
their
लग रहा है?
head around, but all of a sudden, it was just multiple players from PRX in
बोनस
their
राउंड कौन
faces.
जीतेगा?
Only able to trade
मेरे को
one
लग
back.
रहा है
So
PRX
in the
निकाल
end,
लेगी.
not really going their way. Is nice collection
Bye.
to there for Jing.
Jing का aim
despite
चल रहा है भाई.
Getting dropped in the end, but still going to be multiple charges for him to build towards his own showstopper.
ना
Seems like they were
DRX नहीं PRX निकालेगी. देखते
talking
रहो.
about strategy there right towards the end. But
देखते रहो.
that's all good. Getting ready for this next play, which does look to be a mid-hit at this point in time. They're going to throw down a smoke.
बहुत ही
And a
गंदी
paranoia
है.
on
बहुत
the
ही
way
गंदी
through,
है.
but something is going to be spotted. Doesn't
Why
really take
is
much.
there no one
to
in
get away from
vents?
these. Yeah. Pretty
Trap getting the
fluid.
catch, but just not ready for the
Bro,
swing
that
to
trap is
actually
still
find the
there,
punish.
bro.
Lance back, looking to set up a smoke. Second trap wire now going to be, rather the trap wire going to be cleared out.
Cage triggered.
Cage set up, looking to try to play off this one way. Foxy setting up another one, but as the dog dives forward, does spot him rotating in towards backside. See if he tries to reposition, but reveal onto one, but just knows that there's going to be other players. So he cannot try to face forward to get that kill, but Jing's still going to fall. Flashback,
Bye.
able to find it once again.
Yeah, just
Stuck
throwing
with
out
the
a
goods.
bunch of
Marco,
skyblinds
you
there in their
sneaky
face
little
as they were taking a lot of
bitch,
time in
bro.
that corridor.
Marco's gotten into a sneaky
Dawai,
position,
please
but
check
it seems
कर ले,
like
please check
Dawai
कर ले.
has a
माँ कसम, 5
suspicion
gift दूंगा.
about it until this very moment.
Assignment complete.
Mako now just happy to make some noise, backpedaling, getting himself out to safety. Very solid damage done here from the side of DRX, who look to try to shut down a bonus conversion in very clean fashion.
Yep,
30
not very
seconds
close
left.
at all. All of them pretty much full health as here comes
Timing there.
something.
Yeah, made his way across. Buzz, maybe not ready for it. Never mind. He's ready for it.
Never mind.
Gets himself a second kill. Forsaken now. No time remaining. We'll just hold on to the Phantom. Opts for the
Easy for
save.
direct.
10 seconds left.
Look at this KD player. 3-0-1. He doesn't want to
Yeah.
die.
He doesn't
किसको
want
support
to
कर
take
रहे हो
the
ली मैं?
zero.
DPRX.
Makes
ठीक है भाई.
sense. No, he's just going
बोला
to
था
receive
DRX.
the gun
यार वो
and
जिंग के लिए
use
ना
up against
किसी
5
ने
members.
trap नहीं
So
तोड़ा.
essentially a flawless
Love
round
you
here to
too,
the side
yaar.
of
4 second
DRX, who will not let the bonus happen. You see the replay here, a flashback
वो
up top.
देखो
They
भाई.
get the vision on the one guy, and then eventually, they throw a bunch of blinds as they're not able to push through garage. And some lurks there from Mako to clean up the rest of the members. And that does put DRX on the board here. So now it looks like PRX considering a
Bro,
hit
they
towards
have
A.
the read.
Although a bit of a split at this point. Spike over towards A, but a couple of members maybe trying to lock down garage first.
Shadows trap.
Huh?
Double smoke off here on main. Mako playing into this one. Jing getting past that tracer and nearly getting clipped in the head. Those bullets were whizzing right past his ears. Now challenging here against Bane. Mako looking to run him down off the back of the paranoia. Bane with covering fire, able to find Forsaken. Another solid start here for DRX.
Yeah, very nice stuff. I mean, just Bane right there, just waiting as he knows that there's potential for another guy to peek out and try to get that return kill. Doesn't allow it and picks up a second one with a crisp headshot.
And smoke for smoke here. Try to cut off main. Spike will be retreat, but they have to commit another one just to cut off ramp. No one now going to be expiring.
भाई अकेले क्यों smoke से push
On
करा
the
जिंग?
hunt, trying to see if he can spot anything out, but DRX not really giving them any opportunities. Still holding 3 players over towards this site.
Something just kind of running in. Some pings coming down. I mean, they know he's here. Buzz doesn't seem to want to challenge him just yet, but here comes Devi as well.
30 seconds left.
Pushing up to the front of A.
Tucked away, but Mako, he's pinging this out. Suspects it. He's trying to swing out from this smoke. Mind Freak able to find one, but now something dead. Devi finds himself an elimination, but still in a bad spot. Mako collects a third. TP's back in here behind the screen. There's Mind Freak in an
10 seconds
impossible
left.
position. Spike stranded up. They haven't looked to try to do a little bit of extra damage here, and will be able to do so. With 5 HP, has to just backpedal away.
What the fuck
Once
you
again, it's going to be a
doing?
player just holding on to a rifle as DRX tie things up at 2-2.
Yeah, not bad value there at the end for
DRX
PRX,
looking
but
so
obviously
good and
still
composed,
a
yeah.
solid win here to the side of DRX. You see that this initial trade is
I don't
really the big one.
understand.
So
कोई इससे trade के
Bane's
लिए
watching
निकाले,
the
एक
off
बंदा
angle
आया
right
था.
as Mako pushes
कोई trade
and
ले
makes
लिया
some
था.
noise. And then eventually the cleanup comes there at the end.
हाँ?
And
कल मिलेंगे.
talking about some strategy there once again. But yeah, some nice is coming out from him. Mako
और
on
शनि
top
भाई
of the
क्या?
scoreboard for now.
This is a nice spot. Yes, this should.
अब दिखेगा न्यू
Fire set
DRX
up there
dangerous
from
है सही
Foxy.
में. Well, old DRX was dangerous,
Both
not the new
jiggling
one.
out of vent. Jing going to be spotted here by
The
Bane.
fuck? They had money to
Swiftly
buy.
pull back off the angle. Double stack here in heaven. PRX drifting their way in towards garage. 4 players nearby to this B site here from DRX. Really fast reply from them, and it looks like Divine not going to try to lurk forward up in towards A. Just cuts back across through sewers.
Bro, Cypher has a trip here and he's playing A.
Something always just pressuring, trying to catch someone off guard. He will not be allowed a chance this time around.
The Trailblazers spotted him. See a ping coming down, so I think he's gone unnoted. But Bane able to find something here on the entry. But Jing answering back in a big way, finds Mako and flashback.
भाई एक बंदा जो पहले dash या satchel करेगा उसको कुर्बानी देनी ही
towards
पड़ेगी.
heaven, Divine
Bro,
wins
what
out
a
the
round.
fight. And now Foxy, the last one standing. Nothing else to do.
Spike planted.
Just to go ahead and sit back. Sets up the trap wire to give himself some added protection. Now we've got some time.
Yeah, just hanging out, waiting for that spike to explode. Foxy's sitting back.
Let's do some housekeeping.
Here.
Let's go through some stuff that we know that the chat is asking.
DRX
we know them so
पे
well.
stake
Okay.
So to
लग
start,
चुका है. Forward आपका
Mako is
20
IGL.
ठीक है.
you know that there's people who haven't
Okay.
caught that news yet. So
Yeah.
with stacks out, Mako has been
Jinky
IGL.
boy, let's go. भाई जिंका
doing
जेम्स
some
चल
side
रहा है
calling.
मजाक सेट के.
If you want to know whose map pick it is, it's in the top left. The little icon next to split. That's the team.
Of course,
Now
PRX का
people are
map
going
pick
to ask
है.
in the chat just to troll the people that you know the meta.
Yeah.
They'll be like, hey chat, who chose this map?
Probably.
And then someone will react like,
Achilles
7-5 PRX
aren't
first
you
half.
listening? And then just troll face, you know, got him.
8-4.
Also,
classic.
what we all know at this point, the Iron Chat moment. People
Bro,
are just
how
saying
the
it
fuck,
to,
bro?
they're putting the question marks in just to try to bait you.
Uh-huh.
क्या बोला?
The joke is past.
दबंग?
It's no longer
Yes.
funny.
Yeah. Well, Jing gets in there. Very nice aggression onto that site.
7-5,
and just
8-4.
essentially
Right.
taps on a couple of heads.
क्या बोलते guys?
Not much that DRX was able to do to stop that as something once again just swings out of the smoke.
भाई Yonader is something.
Doesn't get any damage done.
Oh, did he not notice? So had to have noticed now, yeah. Say Forsaken
It's just a
showing his
random
face
floating
twice.
head. It's unrelated.
Forsaken playing with fire, but doesn't get burnt there. And now it's going to be a full cut back through sewer. There's a triple stack at top mid, though.
How the fuck they're playing,
Here
bro?
in Ven. This is going to get messy real quick. No flashes available. Try to score this one. Swing onto the corner. Divine take it down. Showstopper now drawn out. Flashback. Trying to res himself back.
Because Satchel so fucked up, bro.
Forsaken finds flashback. And in the blink of an eye, we have a 2v3.
A lot to unpack there. I mean, it's just a lot of kind of instinctual maneuvers there. Jing,
What a
holding
call.
on to that, not able to fire Showstopper. His team still able to pull out ahead here with the man advantage, and now Mindfreak is very far forward.
Please smoke मत निकालियो.
30
Please
seconds
Mind
left.
Yeah,
Freak.
my DRX, they have the read that this is going to be the shift back over, but Foxy looked like he was suspicious of it, but not prepared enough to go ahead and find that kill. Now Mindfreak just drifts his way back over onto the rafter, as Bane has his work cut out for him.
Spike
Arre.
planted.
Slow creep forward. Near the angle wide enough to spot Mindfreak. No, he does not. Dog in from behind. Slows him up, tries to send a pop flash, but Forsaken just swings around.
Bro,
Finds
क्या
that kill.
heavy
Now
timing हुई
4
थी
to 2.
इसकी.
Yeah, it really comes down to that big clash in mid. Just the timing, they wanted
वहाँ
to
क्या
push
मार रहा
out
था बे?
from the
कुत्ते को?
defensive side.
उसके पीछे से
Get
कुत्ता
some
आ रहा था.
information. Meanwhile, PRX are in rotation, and something catches Flashback trying to run away, and he just kind of lines them up. Meanwhile, Jing is essentially just distracting for the rest of his team. And Forsaken and something getting
Land कब से start होगा?
1 and 2
20
apiece respectfully to win out on that trade, and then eventually, Mindfreak is
Right,
able to
25th?
position very far forward, get that big pick, and it's a 3v1, and they get the round. So PRX already showing that here on Split, they're looking quite comfortable.
Push up now in towards Mail. Bane, take it
Yeah,
down.
bhai.
Draw onto the weapon. And something is just collecting
Why are
through. Judge
they-
here from
Oh,
Buzz.
shit.
Be able to find 2 kills in response. Showstopper now out. Something right here in front. Tries to get away from it, but cannot. Spike now stranded here in mid. Buzz not going to be ready for this angle.
Player
It's not.
standing.
Mind Freak able to find it. Now it's all on Foxy9 with the stinger in hand.
Man, Buzz, he just has these moments where he's like, no, I'm not going to let this round just go by the wayside.
Oh my
Well, 5 HP,
God.
surely.
This stinger is so fucked up, bro.
Flashback, setting up a smoke, but Mind Freak already well ahead of this
Come on,
one.
Mind
It's
Freak. Dimag se.
basically going on the hunt here. Will go ahead and get off the trail. Swing back around from Foxy9. Can recover a weapon.
Huh?
Doesn't have the cam on him, though. Try to set up for the retake. But a Vandal in hand
30 seconds left.
with a headshot. It'd have to be swift. Might just be able to make it
Spike
happen.
planted.
Got it now. Oh, the drop down. They've noted each other. He's going to ride it back up.
Nice
but he's not
one,
ready
Mind
for the
Freak,
repeat.
baby.
Mind Freak
Pata tha
closing
nikal
it
gaya.
out.
Do HPT.
PRX well and truly in the lead.
Yeah, nice try from Foxy9. I mean, getting the first kill with the stinger is already a lot to ask.
DRX तो खेल रही है,
but it's
PRX
all
slow
about
नहीं
something
खेल
to
रही.
begin this one. I mean,
ये इतने
unbelievable.
DRX वाले इतने.
then-
Yeah, we didn't get to see that one.
Not to be outdone. Meanwhile, Buzz was, trading with the judge and got the showstopper kill onto
Unaware
something
कैसे है
eventually.
भाई?
Just to make this round interesting.
Why are they not expecting कि
but
something
it's
इतनी
still
आगे?
Feels like he's oftentimes left alone as they push
तो मैं
sites
कल
where he
की
is
watch
not.
party नहीं करूँगा,
And
guys.
so he's going to set up the
जो
tripwire
होगा.
all the way over on B and then
I will accept it.
set up on A for himself. We haven't seen too many pushes onto A. There's been a bit more B and mid focus from the side of PRX here on the attack. But this time around, maybe looking to pressure through
What?
A. But again, more utility in their face.
Was that too fake कि he satcheled?
Jing just rotating through sewer. Something with attack op in hand. Pushing his way forward over towards B. Smoke going to be coming up. He'll pull back away from the angle. Trailblazer in the meantime, chasing up towards ramp, checking into heaven. Foxy just taking some pot shots, trying to see if he can catch a timing hit. Yeah, it seems like PRX just going to start working their way over towards this B site once more.
Yeah, I mean, just full rotation over. Maybe some pressure through mid, too. You see Devi trying to poke his head in, see what he can see.
Toxins going up.
Ooh, hello.
Oh, hello.
Being able to escape. Mako, Paranoia at the ready. Tailwind for Devi. Already finding one as Buzz. Ends up getting taken down.
Oh
TP
my
in from
God,
Mind Freak.
bro.
Mako.
How the fuck is there, bro?
Oh my God, he's midair drifting. Finding the kill. Foxy catching one, trying to re-challenge, but the double face getting ready to come through, and he can't even find the first one. 3
Abe?
players left standing. Ob still in hand. PRX
उधर
now
कैसे पहुंचा बे?
6-2, and that is just disgusting from something.
Yeah, I mean,
उसने ult तो
he's
वहाँ
back
नहीं
there.
मारी थी.
He's making noises, running around. Something just finds the angle, hops into the air, and you can tell he's feeling it today. I mean, just unbelievable stuff from something. As we're going to take a look once again, Devi actually gets this first kill on a Buzz in mid, and then just picks up
Headshot.
the Phantom
हवा में उड़ते उड़ते
and
ठीक
able
है.
to
Yeah.
float through.
I mean, it's a Phantom. You're basically just barrel
Double
stuffing.
TP किया ना
The
उसने.
shots are going to connect, so midair or
But
not.
still उसको दिखा
Comes
नहीं
away
था
with
वो
that
TP
one now.
करते हुए. क्योंकि
Looking
मुझे
in
भी
towards
नहीं
mid with the op in hand. Buzz once
ठीक है,
again
बस
with
यही
that
करो.
judge is just getting spammed out.
दिखा. यही करो बस बस.
I mean, Buzz has been playing mid a lot, and he has had the judge. He did have that one big round where he picked up 3 kills. They still lost it, but they kind of know that, you know, with that forward smoke, perhaps one of these rounds, Buzz will try to play a bit more forward, and they just spam it through.
Oh, and yep, catching a glimpse before the smoke does bloom. Mind Freak, done up with 1, TP forward, flashback. Hearing that, noting it. In here alongside the box. A Bane to try to offer up some cover and fire, but cannot. Stinger collecting 1, gets the dink on the Jing to put him down to 56, but Foxy again asked to pull off the impossible. Forsaken has the op now staring towards alley.
Yeah, and Foxy, he's
angle hai bhai aapka itna chota?
He's gonna go up here. He might meet Mind Freak.
Marega sala.
A headshot, but at that range, it's not that much damage in the scheme of things. Paint Shell and Paranoia going to be sent his way. So they're just going to go storming downstairs.
Double TP.
The drop now.
Kaise hua Vardeep bhai?
The jiggle peek. The shot. 7-2. Paper X.
Kuch bhi bolo bhai.
Yeah, these
Back
rounds.
And forth to start, but this
4
is
second
now
opping to
very
badhiya
one-sided.
Yeah, these rounds are getting kind of stompy at this point. I mean, Paper X are just rolling over them. And
Forsaken ki op PRX.
I mean, what are you going to do about this? Forsaken is just like, yeah, well, that's where Buzz has been. And I'm just going to spam it. Buzz was there. That's what happens. And then they immediately push on a B. There's not a lot of firepower here for DRX. And it's just textbook from them. Well, from the Paper X textbook, I should say. They have their own book that they refer to. A little bit different from everyone else. And now they are running through the garage.
Cage set up. Foxy just trying to get himself repositioned here on the site. Buy a little bit more time at this time. They're prepared for the TP play. Splashback collects 2 kills. Does end up falling, but Jing answering back 2 in kind. Was now arriving, swings
Jing
out, but
going
Jing not
huge
bothered, not
bad
distracted
shot.
at all by the boom bot. Cleans up a third. Defy once again with the operator in hand, finds that shot. Now it is all on Bane.
Clutch kar.
Young upstart, but there's still even a showstopper on the opposite side. The swing onto the angle. Defy ready, waiting, striking. 8-2.
The noises I'm hearing for the crowd as well, it almost feels like a boxing match where one guy is getting beat down and everybody's like, oh! They're like, some of these shots that they're hitting are kind of insane. Flashback does make it pretty interesting, but eventually he gets taken down, and Jing is really the hero of this round for Paper X to keep the streak going.
Jing Thakur going huge, baby.
And yeah, some nice words for the team as well. And he is on top right now with 10 kills. And Paper X at 8 already. And this very fast pace. I mean, they're not wasting much time with these pushes either.
4 Sheriffs and a Vandal. Nero carried over here from Flashback, and again, mid-presence on this push from DRX, but nothing spotted. Just Foxy alone here at the site as he's trying to work his way in a little bit deeper, but the spray again just really wreaking havoc. Push out something good for the off shot, draws the shorty, but he ends up getting full flash.
What,
Able
bro?
to exit back to safety.
The fuck is that
collects 2.
and how the fuck
Flashback now
is
with a
not dead?
backstab. 2 kills himself, which is the third, does have it. He's got the res as well. Now it's just he and Foxy, and he needs to try to hunt for the kill. Into the corner, looking for the vulnerability, and Flashback right back into the game as he looks for the ace, and he has it!
Oh my god!
And what a way to break the win streak. Flashback has been the constant here for DRX so far on Split. He is able to deliver a 3rd round victory.
Well, if you're going to stop them in their tracks, that's the best way to do it. Just ace to the face. And Flashback lines up 3, gets the res. And they're trying to hide, they're like trying to play the corners, but that just gives an opportunity for Flashback to peek them one at a time. And you can see it's like, oh, I had to carry the weight of that round on my back.
Welcome back to the stage.
Yeah.
The 2nd series back since his departure. And, you know, we were curious about how he was going to look, but if it wasn't evident already from that 1st series, he has not been to beat. Buzz, however, not having a great time. Taking down as Jing collects 2 kills. Have I got to be traded out? So Pit not going to come into play here in this last round of the half, but Seeker certainly will. Now let loose here by Forsaken, and they're going to identify that there's only 1 player over towards this B site. A little bit of whipping back and forth between the 2. They're over at A. Bane able to win that one out. Forsaken now opens up B site for the taking.
Yeah, maybe there's Seekers utilized. And he's going to line it up. He has the knives, and ooh, not able to get the kill, but we
Here we
know
go
something.
again.
He's looking for it, and he
Stunned
will
up
get it.
does not matter.
क्या है ये सब?
The shorty claims it all the
तो
same.
डर
It's
नहीं
going to be
लगता
93.5.
भाई मुझे
There you
लगता है ना
go.
वो एलेक्स फालतू में नहीं चिल्लाता और उसको
Doesn't
ना
feel like this
ऐसे जो
map
हार्ट
is a
होता है ना
curse.
हार्ट
I'm
बीट
not
ऊपर
feeling
इसलिए
it.
नहीं
Although,
जाती
you know, from the
Yeah.
attacker
ये
side,
ऐसे
split,
plays
the
करता है
double
भाई
duelist, it's
कोई
PRX.
एक्सपेक्ट भी
I
नहीं
mean, this
करेगा
is
लाइक एक
it kind of
ऑपर
all lines
क्या
up in
करता है
that
गाइस
sense, you
उसका
know.
शॉट
So
मिस हुए
let's see
वो
what
पीछे
DRX
जाता
have
है
prepared for
चलो
this attacker
उसने
side.
नाइफ्स निकाले उसके नाइफ्स मिस
as
हुए वो पीछे
just
जाएगा
very high win rates. These
ये
are two of our most winning teams here
ये
in Pacific.
इसके
Yeah, but
अंदर
89 greater than 71.
शायद
It is, yeah, that's true.
8 बॉल्स है टेस्टोस्टेरोन लेवल
So
बहुत
heckin'
ज्यादा
good
है
at math.
Yeah.
टेस्टोस्टेरोन लेवल
Throw those numbers up once again.
क्या बोलते हो गाइस
PRX don't lose many rounds. Let's put the heart
ये प्ले
together.
शंघाई में
Quick
नहीं
in the
हुआ
side.
Oh,
Love to see that. We got the respective
Oh.
jerseys on as well.
you know, one of those signs is larger than the other. That kind of bothered
Okay,
me.
sorry. Something is Goku.
I mean VLT से कंपेयर
amazing.
करेंगे तो सब बेटर
Oh man,
That is.
look at that jawline.
वेट एंड वॉच
Oh, that's so
वेट एंड
funny.
वॉच बेबी
A for
मैं
effort.
जिंक्स नहीं कर रहा
Like
Yeah.
it,
मैं
love
ये
it.
नहीं बोलूंगा कि VLT सेशन जारी है बट स्टिल वेट एंड
The
वॉच
amount of fans we have here.
I mean, we knew that this one was going to sell out. Not only is it, DRX, of course, the OG Korean team, but also PRX have just built up such a global fan
I
base.
mean VLT से compare करेगा तो सब
Nice to see
better.
The
Embarrassed
fairly
smiley
split
face.
representation here in the audience.
खून नहीं
Both
माउंटेन
teams
ड्यू
neck
है
and
इसके
neck as far
अंदर
as pistols are concerned, but PRX were able to get the opener. DRX, they want to try to claw it back. They need to get this one here.
So let's see what this attacker side looks like for the side of DRX. Setting up in sewers. Looking to
कीड़ा है
pressure
उसमें चुल का
towards A and towards mid.
भाई 9
A lot mid.
शॉट समथिंग ना
Something
माने
off the
ना
warm
माने ना
start.
माने पिक
Jinx
करेंगे
as
ही।
well, getting involved.
करेंगे
Everybody
करेंगे
taking a
Okay.
piece of the pie.
Mid.
Mind Freak finds two, and well, you blink, you miss it. Payne's the last one standing in the pie. Instantly cleans that up, having a perfect read on that lurk. And that is not going to be DRX getting themselves a pistol round win. PRX will get the double
भाई मैंने
digits instead.
8-4 हाफ बोला था ये तो 9-3 हुआ
Yeah, I mean, both teams are
ये
ready for a
13-3 अगर
mid
close हुआ
showdown. And
मैं
something
gift
starts
दे
it off. Very crisp. Gets a little bit caught off guard by the rest of the members, but then there's just so many people there.
13-3
That
close
Mind
हुआ
Freak comes in,
gifted.
Jing's there, and eventually the one tap from Devi, headshot too.
भाई ये क्या है
Very
भाई
happy,
ये
and
तो ऐसे
understandably
खेल
so.
रहे हैं
That
जैसे
might
कुछ है ही
have
नहीं
just
ये
locked in this
DRX
map here for PRX.
It certainly feels like it. No
भाई,
force
एक टाइम
buy
पे
here
क्या
from the side of
heavy
DRX.
मैचअप हुआ करता था इनका
Only the shorty
हो गया बे
nearly purchase here for them.
DRX
Mind
बेचारे
Freak up
यार।
over the top.
डॉट आउट
Spray into the smoke, and already Bane going to be taken down. Now the drop down, the paranoia invested. Buzz finds one with that shorty. Swap over onto the ghost. And flashback will find an extra kill. Knives are drawn out. Devi just slashes him across the face.
नो ब्रो how the fuck you can humiliate like this
Oh,
What?
giving him some scars as he gets the sheriff
that
out to
guy
finish off
just
Mako. 3
did
piece
an
for Devi,
ace
11 for PRX.
कोई काट दिया
I don't even know. It's just insane.
PRX, baby.
Yeah, that's pretty much all you can say. Well, let's take another look. First off, they
ये क्या
spot them.
बकचोदी कर रहे
Spam
भाई
through the
ये
smoke, some low health
ये
bars, and
ऐसे
then
खेल रहे हैं
Devi, the one, and he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna go get him.
Unbelievable.
The
God,
epitome
bro.
of W gaming. You don't need a gun to do that.
Well, Devi has been absolutely incredible in the series that we've seen so far in stage 2. Something trying to hold things down here at a ramp. Clear it on that Trailblazer. Foxy just lobbing in the cage. Something just going to be jumping over the top, though. Knows that he's not pushing forward.
भाई यो ना मान रही
On Fox, yeah, I think probably better to back off a little bit there. A couple of members of PRX nearby. Some cover going out, some smokes here, but an angle spot through.
अकेला होल्ड कर रखा माइंड फ्रीक ने
Mind Freak just holding on to the
Devi आ
sheriff
गया
to
अब।
deal with this.
गंदा फ्लैश आएगा ये Smoke नहीं इसके पास.
Dissipates. Paranoia connecting on the divide. Flash here on towards Mind Freak, but that dissipates as well. And now he finds a headshot. Jing with the bucket, able to find one. Mind Freak comes for the third. And with Forsaken swooping in, it is another bonus conversion.
Match point.
And now map point for PRX, who just continue to speedrun their maps played.
Yeah, and Mind Freak up on top has only died 5 times. Just lurking everywhere on this map and lurking in the corner this time around. Doesn't miss a beat. Just one by one by one. The headshots rain down from Mind Freak, and you know he's hyped about that. Him and something have been hyping each other up this entire time.
DRX को एक जीत DRX सिर्फ एक जीत एक.
And what are you gonna do? I mean, when the Sheriff is just beating out rifles and you can't attack any site, it seems.
एक round
Let me say this: is Chobra walks past me and gives a wry smile. I predicted DRX. I didn't know that they got Alex some help coming into this one.
Yeah, not fair. Not fair.
Might have changed my my expectations. But either way, Split clearly. PRX is now something ready for the lurk. Mako at the same time just managed to find 2. TP across the map, though, now Mind Freak here entrenched on the site. Swings out, finds the first, finds the second. As he continues, but Buzz will shut it down. 20 HP from him. Jing. Last one standing here for PRX to try to close out the map right here, right now. Paint shell still in hand.
Jing, I love you, but
Bobs into the back.
please,
Buzz.
round मत निकाल यार.
Oh, never mind. Shorts it. He comes flying through, and Buzz cannot get away. Now flashback at risk, but still does manage to find that kill. DRX holding on by a thread.
Yeah, I mean, if not for flashback, like obviously multiple members making stuff happen there. We didn't get to see Mako with the 2 Guardian kills to start it off. Probably going to see that here. That's the one headshot, and then just waits, and he just holds the angle. Angle and flash doesn't matter. And then eventually flashback to clutch it here. Also had an ace earlier. And just trying to hype up the squad. I mean, it's rough. It's already been a rough map so far, so just gotta maybe look towards the future, or you can just get 8 rounds in a row. That's welcome as always. Let's see how it goes.
Very disconnected position here, though, from Forsaken. Phantom in hand, just jiggle peeking, spots out multiple players. Rotations can now begin here from PRX. It's a slow take from DRX, so sight not theirs, plant now coming through, and this does just give more time for PRX to get into a position for potential flood retake.
Mind Freak को देना Sheriff. अरे no!
And as the jiggle peek comes through, that's going to be Mind Freak taking down Buzz now on the hunt. Turns, plays that anti-flash quite nicely. Rocket gets sent out. That's going to be Forsaken taken down, but Foxy9 also caught up. 3v3 with the op in play. Could prove to be a little bit difficult. Something
3v3 PRX
just go ahead and retrieve the weapon from Mind Freak, I suppose.
Spike planted.
मैं नहीं बोल रहा.
Catching a glimpse, Buzz tagged up a bit. Fight going to be coming through. Paint shell locked in the back as well. No chain, getting full flash. Does get taken down by Bane, but now he's traded out. Something with that kill. Swaps with the Guardian. Flashback with the res.
What the fuck is he even doing, bro?
One, and there's the finisher. The shorty of all guns to put him down. PRX not allowing for any kind of comeback to get started here for DRX. They close things out very dominantly here on Split.
Yeah. That was a stomp. I mean, yes, DRX did get 4 rounds. It wasn't a 13-0, but, you know, one of them was a flashback ace. There were a couple of extremely close rounds that DRX barely got. But PRX, huge performance here, and we're going to throw it over to the analyst desk to break down that first match.
ये क्या उड़ रहा है?
Oh boy, what a way to start. PRX starts off this match, keeping their crown, at least between these 2 teams, in place. And they're looking that top spot from DRX. And they're well on their way, judging by the looks of it.
Yeah, I mean, just absolutely in the swing of things for the entire map. I think proving that so far in that map 1, they were dominant both individually and as a team as well. Like the trading, the timing, etc.
Guys, like
much more clearer from PRX.
क्या कर रहे हो यार? Like talk दो.
Just wanted to acknowledge that.
Can we have some likes, babies? Thanks.
English a little bit. Choke the spot.
English words, yeah, gotta choke it.
उसकी बकचोदी.
You should be Chopra, and he can be Chopra.
ये Twitch में आता है. ना कर पाड़ी
Yeah.
cheating
Yeah,
है।
absolutely right. I mean, PRX playing a lot more tighter with the teamwork, and everyone's just like really flooding
कैसे
these
पता
sites.
तुम्हें
Like,
Alex
that's what I was
की
talking
girlfriend
about. This is that pressure fighter style that PRX has, which is why it makes you wonder, like, what was DRX's
Guys,
game plan? What
क्या
were they
है यार, likes
really
तो
trying
ठोक
to
देते
do
यार मेरी
against
जान।
PRX? There were so many rounds where it almost felt like they were
भाई
just trying to
क्या
fight
है
them
भाई
head
मेरे
on,
को
and
लगा
it
थोड़ा
didn't quite
heavy
work out.
competition होगा,
But
थोड़ा
there were
tough
also moments
competition
of
होगा।
brilliance where, you know,
यहाँ
you
पे
got players like
गोटे touching
Flashback
moments
really
होगा।
coming through
भाई
with
ये-
these
ये तो
insane
भैंस
mechanics, going up for that ace
तो run
on
and
the
gun कर रहे
Clove.
यार।
Yeah, I mean, the Clove Ace, very, very impressive. I thought it was it was a good example of what Clove can do. However, on that defensive side, most of the time, the Clove also wasn't providing that much value on the map. I mean, you're playing a double controller comp, but neither controller is really specific in just stalling. Omen has a little bit, but outside of that, you're much more about setting up better fights, but you're not set up for that in a very, very traditional 4-1 type of setup like Gen G does either. So there was a little bit of a mishmash going on for DRX. I think DRX expecting maybe PaperX to respect smokes a little bit, which we all know that they never do. So a bit of a question mark. I think Achilles also pointed that out again during the cast towards the end, where all right, well, PaperX, got some help for Coach Alex. Playing with more discipline, things are looking up and up for PaperX. And Mindfreak topping the board as Yeoman. I mean, this is everything you want to see from this squad.
Absolutely, and you're going to see in the highlights now again how comfortable
Chat setting
PaperX actually looked on this. I mean, yes, they're doing their very aggressive playstyle, but it just looked seamless, very smooth, and DRX didn't seem to know how to react in a way they normally do, actually.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up the aggression because, yes, while I would say that they were playing more aggressive than they did against Talon last week in terms of PaperX, it was always with someone else. Anytime I saw someone like Jing peeking again for the fight, I would get a little worried, and then I would realize it's because he knows he has the timing for someone to trade for him. It's not that he's just stranded going for the peaks like they used to in the past matches and past seasons. So that's a very positive outlook.
Yeah, he would always have his teammates right there next to him. I mean, something is going up right next to Jing as well, and that always keeps PaperX in the fight. And DRX, you can kind of sense that the idea behind this composition, yes, it's aggression. You want to play along with positioning as well to try to pinch some of the PaperX tropes, but it doesn't quite work out. I mean, you don't have the stalls, and you're always just trying to fight pound for pound, and PaperX is just going to beat you outright, especially when they're playing together this tightly. So it's very tricky, it's very difficult, and you can see that Clove, but again, you're just missing that little bit of an extra thing. I mean, like, we always saw Mako performing so well before, but now on the IGL role maybe, or, in the past he would have played a Viper, but now on the Omen, and it's just kind of missing a little something.
Hey guys.
Heaven next map मजा आएगा actually bro.
When you're relentless. Okay, we got this.
Vlog आ रहा कोई फिलहाल तो नहीं. भाई मेरी मम्मी ने खिचड़ी बनाई है, मैं खिचड़ी लेके आ रहा हूँ, भूख लग रही है.
It has finally happened.
हमारा भाई का भी एक स्पॉन्सर आ रहा है.
But I'm really liking what PaperX has been doing. Now, last week, we liked what we saw, and we're like, well, it's just because it's against Talon, but we're seeing it again against DRX. It looks like they went back to their fundamentals and just cleaned a lot up. And that's really, at this point, might have been that missing last piece for PaperX to really, cross that finish line. I mean, like, the big trophy finish line. So if they continue in this direction, I think it's a good sign. But we are going to be going into Haven. And Haven, we were just talking about earlier, historically not a map for PaperX. And it is historically a map for DRX, but this is a different squad.
Yeah, it's a very different squad, and I would actually say, as we see even in the stats from last year, if you really look at the long-term grand scheme of things for DRX, their win rate on Haven actually wasn't as dominant as it used to be in the very, very old Vision Striker days, right? Before we all went international. So it actually started to get really evened out closer to a 50%. Still, obviously they had their bread and butters, but now, you don't have two people who have constantly working with something like the Breach Jet combo, something that you can always rely on. What do the comps look like? On the flip side for PaperX, I mean, across all the different Challengers regions, we've been seeing Neon show up on Haven. We have been seeing ISOs show up as well. Deadlocks could still show up. That could be a thing. There's a lot of options here for change.
Yeah, it's a lot of question marks, especially. I mean, DRX, we're thinking about how things might change up, but meanwhile for PaperX, it almost feels as though they don't actually need to change all that much. The only thing that kind of improved was just their teamwork overall. Like nobody's peeking out individually, not a lot of ego fights, and they're just able to make that work because of that. So we're kind of going into this map a little bit blind, and both teams really need to be able to adapt on the fly.
Well, speaking of going in blind, that is definitely the theme for Guess and Gain game, because that's how we always go into this game. It's very stressful, and I'm about to hit wood rank again if I do not win this one. Let's throw up that question there. For VCT, it looks like I'm just going to be really horribly ranked. The question is actually the kill-death difference between two players. That's Forsaken
Difference. So not ratio.
Yes.
Right.
Although,
So
yes.
like a 1-2 is worse than a 2, or 2-1 is worse than a 4-2, because a 4-2 is +2 kills, whereas a 2-1 is +1.
We're like casters.
No, I'm
like,
just
are you
saying.
mathing?
I just
But
want
yes,
the viewers
but
to
yes.
Anyone's
know.
going to math it, it's going to be...
It's already,
already voted.
chosen Forsaken,
They
which is
already
an
voted.
interesting
भाई एक ने भी
pick.
guess नहीं करा.
Because I want to talk. Let's talk through this right now, because Buzz actually had the higher difference when they used to play Haven back in the day.
Yeah,
by,
but,
like,
but
a
listen,
lot.
I know exactly what the viewers are thinking.
But
DRX
listen.
just got bodied on map 1,
Setting में
so PaperX,
celebration
any
जाके.
player on PaperX is going to have a higher KD is what they're thinking, or a KD differential.
But that's. I think.
Don't logic it. Don't logic it.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be.
हाँ, ये
Oof,
celebration का है ना.
I don't know, man. Okay, you guys go first, and then I'm gonna pick based on your rationale.
Okay. 3, 2,
just not
1.
Go. Oh, ooh,
Oh,
make your
wow, we're
cases so I can
torn.
choose.
I have no
Get
case.
me out of
I'm
iron.
just like, difference, I can't math right now.
Okay,
I
what's
just
your
think
math? You,
Orange great.
I
मान ले
think
एक और कुछ
on
आया है,
Haven,
है ना?
right, we're probably going to see Buzz, again, continue to stay on the Duelist. He just lost. Angry Buzz is a very, very angry Buzz. It's also, again, just a lot of comfort individually. You just need one guy to set Buzz up. Forsaken has been playing a lot more supporting roles. So while he might have a lot of impact, win or lose, is he going to have as many kills to really set apart from the deaths?
all right. I
Match के
I
बाद
accept
stream,
your explanation.
वालों.
It was more
भाई अगर
thorough
ये
than
2-0 हुआ
last,
तो
so-
of course
I have
I'll
no
say
No, but I
so.
agree. And it depends
Chat,
what
this is all my
Yes.
big picture to bring Victoria
Yeah,
down to
yeah.
wood.
it's working. I'll take you down with me. But it depends what Forsaken is going to play.
Yes.
He is a very flex player. I will never forget. It stays in my memory. The last time we played Haven, in my memory, was with Yoru. It was such a strange comp, and here we
Oh
go.
my God, Yoru.
The ISO and the
Jing
camera.
ISO. Oh
Something
my
on a
God.
Okay.
What the fuck is this lineup
Okay,
on
well,
Haven,
all right,
bro? No
suddenly
Sova?
Forsaken's kill
my
difference looking pretty strong.
Bro.
Meanwhile, DRX still
DRX
sticking with the clove,
is
so a
insane.
double controller.
DRX
No
is-
flashes to set up Buzz on the Jet. On Haven, mind you,
This
for DRX.
is this DRX? Are we really looking at the...
I am very curious because, man, the set plays have to be so intricately crafted, and Clove is not as long range as some of the other, traditional initiators per se.
Anyways,
Oh boy, guys, you ready for some Valorant? Achilles and Valdez, let's head over to you.
Forsaken Yoru.
Thank you very much. We have 2 firsts for PaperX. Obviously, the ISO. It goes without saying. But something playing Fade, he has never done this before. So we get to see how he looks coming into this one. And Forsaken is back onto Yoru. PaperX, they've gone pretty crazy with this one.
Yeah.
Marco
not,
with
not
only
sure
one
what to take
smoke
from
and
it.
one
It's
flash.
a new patch. There's a lot of moving parts and stuff like that, but also they just kind of stomped on the first map, and maybe they just want to kind of try this out and see. I doubt this would be like first time trying on stage or anything like that, but obviously, but I do think that, maybe trying to bring in some spiciness.
Oh, Divide, creeping out, takes a bit of damage, still finds the headshot though, and Flashback not in a position to try to jump up. He'll swing around the back, finds something, taking him down, dropping the spike for the time being, and now creeping across to the opposite side. Vulnerability does crash across, but Bane pushing forward here into A lobby is able to find one as they look for the double face in, and Mind Freak just going to be able to win out in that fight. So now a 3v3, Mako and Divide both tagged up.
Yeah, and Flashback right behind them.
Buzz good for the first headshot there as Mind Freak will find one, and turns back to find a third. And now it's just going to be an Omen battle, both one tap away from death.
यार
Mako reaps
Mako
his
जीत
way up.
जाएगा.
Here in series, Mind Freak in the cubby. Spike in hand, but eventually one of them going to have to make a move, and the onus is on Mind Freak.
मुझे पता लग रहा है माको जीत जाएगा.
Yeah, I mean, Mind Freak probably just going to wait, calm himself down. He already has 3 kills in the round. I mean, this guy has been the main carry, actually, so far as the sight lines cross. Yeah.
Mind Freak, where does he try to set up the smoke? Sends it over towards B. Mako now on the move, and they are just absolutely in parallel to one another. Time, however, dwindling. Mako tucked it in short. Oh, the swing out. And Mako has it. DRX will pick up their first pistol win of the series.
Yeah, as you mentioned, I mean, the onus is on Mind Freak, so he eventually has to push in. Doesn't have any idea where Mako is. Mako probably knows that he's probably lurking somewhere around long A, so gives him the slight advantage. Starts out with a lot of aggressive pushing from the side of DRX. You know, Flashback is in there, gets the flank here. Not to mention the earlier kill. Mind Freak kind of goes crazy, which is the only reason why this round is close in the first place at all. As they're really hyped up after that one, as they should be. They want to get it started on their map pick in a big way.
I mean, Haven was always a bread and butter one here for them. Recon not spotting out anything as swing in. Jing utilizing that shield, keeps himself protected. Now push forward, Bane having to backpedal, sends out the shock dart. Being able to wait that one out, push up into the smoke. And Bane does take him down, but also eats a decent bit of damage. The Bulldog's going to be recovered now in Forsaken's hands. Looking like maybe a pivot, but at least a fan out around this A lobby side. Buzz with the outlaw in hand. Posted up on a line, staring over. Or short as the drone, just going to get cleared out. Jiggle peek. Flashback spotting one, challenges in, Dubai going to be taken out, now the smoke. Looking for the setup, no, it's the Marshal rather, not the Outlaw, I should say. As the cleanup is looking good. Just Mako on the floor, Frenzy in hand for something, see if he can deal some additional damage.
Yeah, that's really the only question. Foxy just going to pick up this orb before he goes down.
DRX feeling confident.
The trap wire, and they already have one at B. He enters in through garage.
He's got a big smile on his face.
Oh, I mean, team pretty much always going to be having fun, at least here in the regular season.
My camera is
won't be able to get the dart, but does get the spot on him. Something around the back, double push up through A lobby. Bane going to be cutting back the opposite way as almost gets a little whippy there from Foxy. Freaking out a little bit on the back end, but still standing. DRX and 2-0 start.
Yeah, good start for them as initially, you know, the first frenzy kill from Jing are getting a little worried. We're like, oh god, here comes the ISO. And doesn't amount to too much in the end because there's just too many people on there. Foxy 9 giving us a little...
I hope you guys don't have motion sickness.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa. That kind of got me there on that second one. Yeah, but now full buy here to the side of PRX. Looks like they want to go for a fast hit here onto A.
Yeah, I mean, the nice thing about, you know, this ISO for Jing is that he basically can play this like he plays Phoenix on Pearl. You know, put up the shield, go rushing in, except this time you can do it every single round. As Forsaken trying to enter, but cannot study that spray. Being able to find one, but Jing cleans up two. Shield out activated, but Outpost take him down. Cloudburst swings out of it, finds a headshot onto the buy. Mako with a Sheriff. Ooh, the tap tries to swap over to the Classic with something down to 10 HP. DRX looking for the bonus conversion. As it would be a work of miracles here for something to try to get the win at this low HP, but Flashback will just go ahead and kneecap him as DRX start things off 3-0.
Yeah, I was that was kind of crazy from Buzz, angry Buzz, as Trevor was saying there on the desk, talking about what this guy can do after a big loss. And it does start out with Jing, you know, he's got the extra shields, he comes on in, but eventually they do take him down as the spray comes in from Buzz. And then Buzz gets to work. He's got his Bulldog in hand, picks up two, and eventually they've just done enough damage. DRX on their viewing party. But there's a lot of like long sight lines where the operator's going to be holding.
But पता नहीं क्या हुआ
Oftentimes, we already talked about the
guys?
wall and its usage with the orbs,
started losing
especially on the C-long position. Just feels like, just in general, just getting a lot of value from its base kit as a agent in the game, regardless of some of the changes on the way. But we'll have to wait and see, as you mentioned, as we get more and more data. As here comes PRX right down the middle.
Yep, Mako spotted. Let's drop back. Vulnerability sent out, not finding the connection there. Paranoia does catch onto a couple members here, PRX. Device still with op in hand as Mako pushing up into the smoke, and something is ready and waiting for it. Swings out, finds the first, looks for the second, can't quite make it happen, but now Flashback in such a bad spot. He's going to be detained here by Jing. It swings out. He's able to win out of the fight. King of the Gulag. As Foxy will also die.
One enemy remaining.
Just like that, the cleanup is swift. The timeout doesn't mean anything at all for DRX.
Yeah.
Isoki.
Not quite yet. And once again, Jing really enjoying himself. Just a fun game of ISO, getting some huge value. Throws out the ult, and he's able to win that trade. Mako just kind of looking at the wall. We see this one. Jing has yet another shield, able to hold on to it right as he comes out.
Right as he snaps out.
Yeah.
He's just so ready.
I come out, dude, I come out of my ulti, he shoot.
I come out of my ulti, he's shooting at me.
Doesn't matter, because of ISO.
Flash sent, recon destroyed, no pings coming through. Stuck away, push up into the smoke. He's just running and gunning. Double tap available once again. Forsaken hounding out Buzz. As Mako trying to just get himself TP'd into a position, it's just instantly felled.
One enemy remaining.
Jing is just on a tear. Foxy cleans up one, grabs a weapon, finds 2 kills. Suddenly things start getting a little bit sussy as he finds the 4th. He's going to be the K down, the neural depth now invested. Something going to be noted. Plant is in. It's going to have to be a headshot here from something. Or onto something, I should say, for Foxy, as he's only at 20 HP. Expecting this approach, and he's just not quite going to be able to make it happen. Solid efforts from Foxy 9, but PRX
of India
himself out in front, now 7-4.
Yeah, it almost just feels like PRX are having a bit too much fun charging into Foxy 9 there right at the very end. And credit to him, he lines up the shots, picks up 4 kills, but still, you gotta feel like Jing is really enjoying himself on ISO. He's just able to run them all down as here's Foxy 9. Speaking of running down straight into Foxy 9, and he's just able to take one by one, just saying,
nice try.
Yeah.
Just PRX.
And it was.
It was. Fortunately, it's, 4 of Foxy's 5 kills were that round.
Yeah.
Guys, 1K likes kar do na.
Game compared to what we were seeing from him versus Zeta in the previous matches in stage 1.
Yeah. The tempo brought here from PRX, as always, difficult to deal with, especially when they're winning. Just seem to non-stop will get in your face and never give you time to breathe as well. Buzz gonna get his first kill.
MSC is able to get the connection there. Taken, getting a bit turned around. Buzz able to find that kill. Something trading it back, but now Bane holding things down. DRX wanting that 5th round here. It's now all on Devi. Tucks back. I believe noise made. Jiggle peek out. Bane knocked down to 70. See if Devi try to pull this one off the swing out. Looks for the first, but Mako will be able to put it down. DRX, 5 rounds here on the defending side. We'll see how they fare on the attack.
Yeah, for all the craziness, DRX did start off pretty well on this map. They did get 3 rounds in a row, including that first bonus. And then since then, just able to pick up 2 rounds, which was a bit unfortunate for their sake. But all things considered, 5 rounds on the defensive side, not half bad.
Trust me.
And you can see that Alex
toxic
knows this map is not over at this point in time. Excited to see DRX from the attacker side of this map and see what they have prepared for this. I cheer for DRX, but I love DRX.
Correct.
Yeah.
5-7 is good
That's
in
fair.
defense.
I think that a lot of fans feel that way. For both sides, right?
Plenty of fans out here
Attacking
to
my
show their
guys, the
support.
advantage DRX. Well. All depends on the
Always
pistol round.
a great clash when it comes down to these two teams. I mean, Buzz being able to get as much value as he had in this position while tethered.
Remaining.
Very much a solid performance from him in the round. Now let's see how the pistol does fare. DRX narrowly out in front, but PRX, I think they played
25
15
win,
more.
20 loss. 30 wins, 25 loss.
No.
Over there.
Doing bad math. 10 more pistol rounds.
10, yeah.
There we go. We've had a long day.
The 25s are the same, and then, 30 and 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've had a long day, and the coffee is not doing its job right now.
Yeah. It's getting later here. We just passed 10 p.m. in Korea, where we are casting from. And
oh, mera wala lineup.
Yeah, I mean, that first series went for a while, and we're making it here on to the second series, powering through.
My wife might have also trolled me. She's been cutting caffeine, so there's decaf coffee in the house, so might have made decaf. Setting out the vulnerable Foxy, able to get away from that. There's got a nice deep cam setup, though, in Sewer. Prowler coming in, and we'll be able to go ahead and get the spot out there on to something, but Forsaken creeping forward. Foxy, well, there's multiple other players. Shield comes up. He still gets a dink on the Jing to put him down to 20. He cannot find that kill. Cypher now dead. And looks like PRX maybe making the call to start rotating across, at least over in towards B. Paranoia goes across. No one to be caught by that. Same with a dart. See sight opened up, and PRX not far off.
Yeah, they're swarming in as fast as they possibly can, just getting ready for this retake. And a lot of utility already used to try to get onto the site, but nobody was there.
Huh?
Swing out Mako with a dink. Buzz will put down 2 with that Sheriff in hand. Wall now raising. It's an easy shot for him as Buzz finds himself a 4th. Will be DRX collecting both pistols here on Haven. Now just 1 round separating.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. I mean, that is the angry Buzz you expect. Just brings out the Sheriff for the first round, for the pistol round, and it really just comes down to him lining up the shots. Just trying to drive me through from garage, and he is able to pick up 4. Bane does finish it off.
The fuck, Buzz?
See, like a very slight acknowledgement.
Vibing a little bit.
Thank you.
Granted, it was after the bonus conversion from DRX. We did see PRX a first round win. The first half was off a Thrifty. We have a little bit of firepower behind him. 2 Sheriffs and a Marshal, so still damage that can be dealt.
Absolutely.
Quick peek over towards Sewer. Not going to be spotting anything, but it's a triple push up here from DRX. Oh, did he get a glimpse here, Buzz? Looks for that vertical flick. He does manage to get a connection. Buzz going to be knocked down to 49, but Buzz himself able to collect the kill. The advantage now here for DRX, but PRX once again getting everybody moved over towards this site very quickly. Looking for a potential flood retake. Flashback into the corner, the wall goes down, and he's blinded up. He still finds the headshot. Something taken out, Buzz able to find that one.
Right here. Right here.
Now for PRX, how do they try to get themselves back into this one? The Marshal on the floor, still do have these 2 Sheriffs, but Divide at 35. Makes it markedly more difficult for them to try to find some additional damage. Jing also now whittled away at tuck down to 22.
Right here.
Seems like the call, the die to the spike may just be made here. As everybody just pulls back over towards connector and spawn. DRX now can make their exits, hold on to these weapons, and it's going to be a big carry forward into the bonus. 2 Bulldogs, a Guardian, a Phantom.
आपकी आवाज बहुत कम आ रही है, सही में?
Yeah, definitely will be pretty huge. And,
सही तो है भाई.
Chance for DRX to do it again. It's
Hey!
Welcome to the club, Defy. Get themselves up to 1,000 kills.
Jord, baby. ये तो मैं पहली बार देख रहा हूँ.
I mean,
welcome to the club. Who all there, bro? Anyone from GE?
One of the big names here that has been around for quite a while and does make sense. Almost feels like could have hit it sooner, but so many great players on his team.
3 players already. कौन?
Cage trigger.
Cam again set up. Foxy pulling away before the C's can come through. Something just grabbing the orb. 3 charges towards that Nightfall here for himself. As Foxy now playing with fire.
यार क्या हो चैट, मैंने तो गलती से बोल दिया.
Spots one.
क्या लेके जा रहे हो? क्या गंदा थोड़ते हो भाई?
Unable to confirm the kill for Forsaken
मैं
down
तो
to
बोल भी
10
नहीं
HP.
रहा. चैट जिसको पढ़ना है अपना थोड़ा स्क्रीन मिनिमाइज करो और पढ़ लो, क्योंकि मैं बोलना नहीं चाहता ये जो चैट लिख रही है. Sorry.
Managing to find that kill with man advantage. Still here.
I'm not toxic. You are.
Forsaken solo as well.
Something for that shot. Takes a bit of damage. Now Bane will find Forsaken finishing off the Yoru. We're into a 3v3.
अब मिनिमाइज कर ही दिया है तो लाइक भी कर देना.
Bane is ready for it. Strikes him down. And B site's been cleared out by flashback.
Standing ahead.
Recon to try to check, and it's looking like DRX.
Friendly
Maybe
fire
able to
मत
convert
करो.
another bonus, but they're going to be actually cutting
एक मार
over
something.
towards A. Something now just cutting noise.
Oh, that's a nice
His
move.
way up in towards heaven.
दूसरा कहाँ है?
30 seconds
Do
left.
they read this?
सीलोंग से आ रहा है अभी. नीचे कोटे पे.
Oh, up over the top. Buzz is
Spike
prepared.
planted.
Has him protected. It was looking like something was going to catch a nice timing. Bring it back into parity, but now it is all on Mind Freak. And he is very much in a safe spot.
Yeah. Just waiting to see if anyone does go hunting. And it does look like Buzz is already on the chase just a little bit, just clearing out a long, maybe looking to see if...
Does anyone want to
he was
add me
gonna
in
push
Valorant? यार इतने प्यार से
Maybe
पूछोगे तो
pushing
यार मैं ही
3
कर
along,
लूँगा.
but that is
लेकिन
not the case. Just going to be sitting back.
what's your real name? कोई?
And it
Are
doesn't
you a
seem like
cutie?
Buzz will check into this anytime soon. So DRX...
एक मार बोला था something easily.
Push towards him, though.
Although, yeah.
Chance for Mind Freak to do some damage. Footsteps going to be heard, but yeah, decides to just go ahead. Tuck back even further into that attacker spawn. Spike detonates and DRX find
और
themselves back
कौन
in the
है?
driver's
Who's
seat.
the third guy, guys?
Just one lone rifle carried forward here by PRX.
एक Forsaken
Can
है,
they
एक
do
Divide
it
है.
again is the question.
And who's the third guy?
Seems somewhat unlikely from the defensive side. Nice attack here from
Texture?
DRX.
Nah,
It's
I
been
don't think so,
Bane
Texture.
and Buzz all the way. The two of them, even Bane checking the flank, ready for the position.
Something?
And yeah, pretty
For
excited.
real? All from...
I'm so heckin' excited.
हे भगवान, please नहीं यार. मैं सो गया था यार टैलेंट के मैच में.
Some more inner swap outs here.
But something है, seriously bro.
Something. Get these changed up right back into the game.
Yeah. And then the hope is that there's no
Munchkin
further
Sire
issue.
player Jeremy, ठीक है भाई.
We had this
मैं
happen with
आपसे
Temkin a little bit
एशिया
earlier if you
पैसिफिक
guys
के
weren't
प्लेयर्स
watching
के नाम नहीं
it.
पूछ रहा.
Took a
मुझे
couple
पता
of
1000 kill किस किस के.
very short pauses.
My God.
Wow.
टेक्सचर भी
gorgeous.
ठीक है.
Beautiful.
Holding the cloud burst.
किसका काउंटिंग हो रहा है? 1000 kills का.
I mean, we've always said it, but yeah, the art game here in Korea with the fans is
DK भाई
unrivaled.
तमीज से यार.
True. Very true.
And a lot of them are
सिमर
making these
मुझे
signs
लग रहा है
right here
साय
in the
तो
venue.
होगा.
Yeah.
They show up, you know, like 2
साई बाई
hours
का
before the
गेम,
match
साई
gets
बाई
started,
का
grab their
एम,
tickets, get
1000
their
kills.
wristbands, and then just
You करे
get
you.
started
Get to work.
working on their fan signs. Very not angry. We saw him practicing himself, just trying to, bang the desk a little bit before the match got started.
Gotta warm up those hands before you put them to work. So the fans are still going crazy, even in between the rounds.
4-player stack at A. One Vandal carried over by Mindfreak, and then the Sheriff's back into play. There's Mako. He's faking out a TP.
यार थर्ड मैप नहीं जाना, ये बहुत इजी हो रहा है PRX.
Pretty good read here, it would seem.
2-0 करो ना
please. Over
please.
towards that C site where it's completely opened up.
जाना चाहिए यार. लंबा स्ट्रीम होगा, लोग देखेंगे.
Yeah, they will enjoy free entry, and there's really not that much utility utilized just yet. So they'll get in very cheap and get this plant down early. PRX is just gonna have to rotate over and try to go 5-man into the site with 4 sheriffs. And Mindfreak has been crazy today, and he is the one that holds on to the Vandal.
Buzz playing close, Prowler to chase in, gets the spot there on the Jing, leans up a second here, drops down into the smoke.
Something अलग ही
For
लगा.
more, Shorty not going to be rewarded quite just yet.
Something बन रहा है.
Some more shots here onto the corner. Something fishing for some connections here. Flashback, swings forward, finds one. Mindfreak takes him down. Something finds Buzz. Suddenly starts becoming a little bit more questionable, but Mindfreak eventually will fall. Something. Phantom recovered, finds himself a kill, but just does not have the time to try to win out the round. Just makes his exit. DRX continuing on their merry way.
Yeah, another round in a row here. That
Buzz
is
G में था.
in total, including the last half, 5 in a row for them. So definitely a big swing of momentum. This will be the buy rounds here for PRX. You know, something able to take some guns out of their hands alongside a Mindfreak at the end of this push. It starts off with Buzz in the smoke with the Phantom. Like it's a game of Clue.
I was about to make that.
अबे बाजी था वो, बाजी.
And yeah, at the end, you know, some traded back, but the economy here is very healthy, obviously, for the side of DRX. So it doesn't make a big dent by any means. PRX have their work cut out for them.
Gold, as always. Mera wala cross
revealed. Oh, once again, DRX showing some presence over towards A, and then just across the map. Wandering right in towards Mindfreak, who has been incredibly solid here for the team thus far. Paranoia gonna buy himself a bit of time. Buzz now winning forward. Mindfreak still playing back plat. Buzz taken down as Jing arrives. Trade out by Foxy. He's still here, but the rest of his team starting to fall. Comes up with one. And that's gonna be the cleanup continuing. Is now Forsaken. He's got the upper hand. And he's gonna have to make the call to save it, you would suspect.
You would think.
Smoke comes up. No one pushing up into this one.
Spike planted.
If he picks up a weapon, I mean, they're just gonna spray into this thing.
Yeah. Well.
Spray starting to fly. Knock down the 89. Now the op stranded. Looks like he wants to actually try to play this one out. Big TP sends the fake out, clears that tripwire, but eventually will be taken down as DRX get themselves up to double digits.
Well, he definitely didn't have to do that. That's pretty obvious. But, you know, Forsaken trying to send it, trying to see if he can pull off an insane clutch in that moment. And, you know, this decay on the back left on the Mindfreak just prevents him from entering a lot of these duels, which allows DRX to just flood the right side of the site and take a lot of individual one-on-ones, and actually not even one-on-ones, like 3-on-1s. You know, a couple of kills traded back. But DRX's entry was pretty solid there with only Mindfreak on the site to begin with, and they isolate him for a large portion of time.
Big push out here from B into mid. Again, just the one hero rifle attempt is Bulldog in the hands of Mindfreak. Everybody else with Sheriffs. It's fanning out, and DRX are fairly split apart. Trapwire to cover that approach in behind here at C. But, I mean, this is Bane and Buzz completely and utterly surrounded. Launched up over the top, flash connecting. Bane now revealed to push forward. He's able to find one before getting taken down, and now Devi swinging out of C, finds that headshot. A site taken, in control here of DRX, but 2 weapons recovered.
Yeah,
that plus the man advantage. This is a good spot to be in because Jing also has that ult.
Yeah, absolutely. Mako taking his time to plant that one as well. It's going to give PRX a chance to rotate on over. Just want to make sure that entire site was cleaned out, but now 4 members, PRX charging through the spawn over towards the A site.
Dimensional Drift checking up in heaven, checking out at hell. Foxy going to be pinged, because there's the ult coming through, and Foxy going to get snatched up. Kidnapped by Jing.
भाई इतनी जल्दी कैसे आ
Wall
गए?
falls, Foxy able to win out that
छोड़
fight.
दो जिंग.
But now he's put right back in and Forsaken is ready for the alley-oop. Flashback, lurking his way in. Here's the tap.
standing.
Now, last one standing. Time dwindling, tries to rush it down. And he can't buy enough time. If he gets that kill, maybe it happens, but it's going to be a thrifty again for PRX to break a DRX win streak.
Oh, that's rough. There's just, it's such a tight window for him there to try to get in, kill the spike diffuser, and also deny any chance of them getting another guy on that. So very, very close. Even if he spams through, maybe somebody else could get on it. But yeah, Forsaken very nicely done by him. Just understanding that that duel could be lost. And he's able to trade it back. And then, oh my God.
What? Jason.
He just hears it and he's like, okay, I know exactly where he's standing.
Bro, what?
My brother, what is that?
That's just game sense.
और भाई टाइमर क्यों दे दिया यार? मैंने नहीं
Cam
दिया.
set up here.
किसने दिया?
Already going to be dealt with.
Aryan
Flash
did.
going to be sent. Buzz will find a vibe, and now before Flashback gets taken down, now the Flash connected, but Forsaken not ready for Foxy. He's able to collect that kill. Double tap popped here as the neural theft comes through. It's man advantage for the side of DRX. Flashback, though, not necessarily dead, in a fantastic spot to be able to offer up smokes for this C-site hit. Can put some in towards garage.
Patu bhai timeout क्यों दे दिया ear?
Nothing to try to lock off back sight where Jing is already inching his way forward. For the headshot, finds the first one, finds the second, taking Buzz out of the sky. Foxy able to get one in reply, but now the plant coming through, and that's Bane. He's got that Hunter's Fury in his hands, but will not be able to utilize it for the post-plant. Apparel spotted Foxy. Cleans up Mind Freak, and now something all in his lonesome. Sees into the back, the cam cleared out. 8 bullets left in the mag. So he goes creeping forward, and Foxy narrowly avoiding getting spotted, turns back. Finds himself a 4-piece. DRX now up to 11.
That was a really cute play there at the end from Foxy9. Just sensing the push coming in, he avoids it, and then they peek together. Very nicely done. Starts off with Buzz floating in the air, and he does get taken down, but at least does a bit of damage. And that does allow the trade back on the G. Obviously, would have liked just a clean kill. But either way, that is still a win over to the side of DRX as they make their way onto the C site. And now they have 11. And let's see, now Forsaken trying to poke out here, and Buzz is going to win the operator duel just like that through the wall.
Able to deal with him very swiftly. This type of buy and play. Be curious to see if Divide does want to commit something like the lockdown into this one. Granted, the Hunter's Fury is available from Bane on the opposite side. Buzz just ready and waiting for a jiggle peek. There it is. Mind Freak gets taken down. Now, likelihood of committing the ult gets reduced significantly. Jing, however, trying to turn things around, and he does. Swings out, finds one, but then is quickly collapsed upon. Ult's gonna have to be saved, as is this operator. Something just drifting back across towards that A side of the map. And given that he's so far away from having another Nightfall available, DRX could go very much on the hunt.
Yeah, I mean, you already see Flashback just pushing through B. Hasn't seen anything yet. And he's the main guy on the hunt for now. We do see something is going to be checking towards A long.
He's in the open. If Flashback swings out into A long, he would spot him, but now he's starting to creep forward. A little bit more space. Drone checking around into spawn. Nothing noted there. He's always just so damn close to him. Flashback, checking left. Nothing spotted, checking right, and he's got him in his sights. Op cannot be carried over. Money completely absent from the pockets of PRX. 12-8, TRX are looking to take us to Icebox.
Yeah, and their attacker side of this haven has been beautiful to watch. Buzz wins here, holds the angle, gets the second one on a Mind Freak, and then eventually, you know, Jink does get one, but the paranoia, just too much value, holds for too long, and Flashback eventually does find that last kill, and that's what they're cheering about. No, there's not much left in the tank.
DRX chains around their neck.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Cutting through.
These guys think they're optic.
मैं पीछे लाइट लगा रहा था.
Fake on the TP. Forsaken just dropping back into the site. Something just clearing out that cam.
भाई अच्छा चोक करती है PRX.
Not going to spot much of anything there. It's Buzz, Tailwind at the ready. Got your tech coming through, but he's not ready for that stinger. Forsaken able to catch him. Flashback, however, finding two. Something and Forsaken both going to be taken down. TP now from Mindfreak arrives up into heaven. Drops down. Finds a kill, finds himself a second one. Flashback going to be able to res. Now it's all on Divide. Running away, trying to escape. The chase coming through. As Flashback desperately needs his kill, and Divide knows it. And if he dies here, it's going to be a weapon. Hand it over to him for the 1v1.
A chance, a real chance for PRX to somehow keep this map alive.
But there's a recon and a Hunter's Fury here from Bane. He's got 2 shock darts.
Yeah, it's not a good chance.
One at the feet of Divide is enough to take him down.
तो अच्छा है ना.
Seems like Divide trusting in his own abilities here and his own aim. Trying to close this one out. Not wanting to use that lockdown. Hunter's Fury opened up. He gets rid of that. He's going to try to tempo push against him. He knows that he's tucked back. Has to get in onto the spike here soon. Bane with the cancel.
So funny.
Sends out the recon, looking for the ping to clear out the shock dart at his feet.
Lol, bro, what a shock
will
dart.
close things out 13-8 as DRX will be taking us the distance. A full 6-man
अबे last round तो alt करनी चाहिए थी उसको.
Icebox on the horizon.
They're so happy just to buy themselves Icebox. Excellent performance from DRX here on Haven.
हाँ बे.
Much more at home clearly here.
पागल है क्या? रुकना, मैंने वो लगा दी अब
continue to carry this one forward.
दिखाऊं भाई?
Quite a bit with the ISO at the beginning as well as that.
लगा दी
They found their footing and they
मेरा
closed things
Pac-Man
out
bundle,
relatively cleanly.
मेरा
So now
पूरा
I'm gonna
Pac-Man
break
bundle
first. Go ahead and pass it
अब
back over to the
complete
analyst
है.
desk.
Looks like we're going to Icebox one more time. DRX found their footing, especially in that second half there, carrying them over the line.
Yeah, I mean, once they were able to really take their own initiative, of course, on that attacking side, it was very clear that DRX is now really shifting towards that kind of pack mentality, right? Going for the trades, things like that. This composition was kind of built for that on Haven as well. Yeah, they found their groove. They were able to set up Buzz for success as well.
That's essentially what it is. I mean, the secret to this whole map, I mean, why DRX won is just take a look at the pistol rounds, right? DRX won both pistols, and it happens because it's a lot of these individual fights where PRX, even on the attack, they weren't able to have that firepower to really power through. Meanwhile, DRX are holding a lot of these tight corners, close positions, where they're able to kind of like jiggle back and forth, take individual fights against PRX and whittle them down. That pressure fight just doesn't quite happen because of these individual one-on-ones where DRX constantly wins, especially when you got players like Flashback and Buzz just back in top form.
Yeah, that's right. And now looking at this, I mean, the first kills doubling on PRX here, but, you know, first kills, just it's not enough.
Yeah, again, I think it just goes to show that PRX, some rounds it really felt like PRX is going to steamroll this map because of, you know, the first kills and the way they were winning some of these rounds. But at the end of the day, the way they were able to try to find the timings, whether it's attack or defense, etc., clearly was not favoring them, because if you're able to get the first kills and DRX can still rally back as a team, that is a bit of an issue for PRX, especially when you're using agents like ISO that are built to win these 1v1s.
Yeah, you expected to see that happen a lot of times, and it does work on the attacking side of PRX sometimes when they're like just pushing out. Actually, on the defensive side, when they're pushing out as well. That shield can be really pesky. There was that one round where Buzz had the Blade Storm, and he was like expecting to get the kill.
Hey guys, welcome to the stream.
When you're relentless,
Okay, we got this.
you can achieve anything. Reach your impossible. Lenovo Legion.
1vx situations. They were always, you know, shooting down a single person first, but they had to flick to another. Like, we constantly saw Mindfreak in situations like that, and I think that's why they weren't able to find some of these trades despite getting so many first kills.
Now, we were speculating a lot at the beginning about these two particular team comps. It's new. They're both new, obviously, on Haven. How do you guys feel about it now that we've seen it both play out?
I'm going to be honest, I'm still not entirely sold on the Clove here on Haven. I like the Clove being used on some of these other maps, but on Haven, I do have to sit there and wonder, is there really no other agent that could be doing the same thing better for you, right? The way that Flashback is piloting it, you know, maybe even just the ISO. Obviously, it doesn't have smokes, but there are some questions there. Obviously, Flashback's still very mechanically gifted, where you can make use of things like the pick-me-up, obviously your own smokes, etc., etc. But, you know, for PRX, I think the comp itself has some legs. I mean, I don't know if we saw the full potential of it. But really, again, it goes back to the timing of when are we striking. Yeah, sure, on the attacking side, you're striking as a group, and that's been very beneficial with the combos you have. But it wasn't always at the right time that leads to something like the clean plant, the clean post plant, things like that.
Yeah, the post plants are a little bit messy, a little bit dirty sometimes, but I do agree. This composition looks a little bit rough around the edges. It's not fully optimal, I think, Victoria. It looks good because the players make it look good. They're able to frag out, and that always is fun. But, you know, you might, if you want to keep the Clove in, you might want to swap the Omen out for something like the Viper, perhaps, and have something with more stall potential, something with more utilities that can damage your opponents.
And also, as we were seeing some of Buzz's highlights with the op, this composition for PRX doesn't actually have a great agent to be opping other than Devi on that Killjoy. But again, with the way Haven plays with so much space that you have to create as that Killjoy, that can get a little dicey. So maybe something to workshop a bit more on the side of PRX.
I am actually really looking forward to Team Secret playing either one of these teams, but against DRX on Haven. This will be very interesting when the time comes for that. And ISO on Jing, we were speculating who's going to be playing the ISO. It could have been something, but Jing on ISO looks very, very natural. Now we got to do our guessing game results. It came really close, and it looks like I chose the correct analyst.
Wasn't ever worried. Wasn't ever worried, you know?
अरे वो कलर तो मैं चेंज कर दूंगा उसमें क्या
Forsaken, it had a 19, yeah, you guys saw it.
Color combination
kills, 15 deaths.
set करना पड़ेगा वो.
Taking out Forsaken in like the second to last round is what really made the difference here. So props to Buzz.
ये वाला color combination करूँ क्या?
I was feeling pretty comfortable in the first half. I just want to say that.
This is what they had us in the first half, we're not gonna lie.
It's the first half.
But not quite towards the end.
Thanks, Chobra. I know you had the best intentions. Always.
Of course.
That's what you
I'm
do.
always here to set you up for success, Victoria. Why else? What other intentions would I ever have?
That's right. That's why you're my favorite analyst.
ये वाला color combination.
For those of you who don't know, you are represented by Wingman. You are the audience. And guys, do keep in mind on our Twitter, our socials, and VCT Pacific, we are letting you guys ask questions. You are Wingman, so questions for the coaches, for the players, just you'll see it, just respond to it. We'll feature it here because we like you. We like Wingman here. Now, we also like seeing good maps. So we're going to be going to a map.
नैनो लीफ है घर जाएंगे 40,000 के हैं बकचोदी कर रहे हो
just leave it open mic.
क्या बे तू
I want to see Jing play ISO again.
Oh, me too.
In place of the Sage.
बंद काहे हो रहे हो?
Now, obviously, not having the Sage on Icebox, if you have been playing the Sage, it can get a little wonky, so it all depends on how much they practice it, because the Sage alone, I think, has looked very good for PRX. But listen, you take the ISO, the way you can take control of pipes, etc., you can actually be much more aggressive. You're not going to get blasting why you're not using your util or your ult or anything like that, because you're always going to be fighting for yourself anyway. So I'd be very curious to see that.
Same pattern करो. यार तुम्हें पता है क्या?
If he does play ISO, you want to see double duelist, or you think no, not double
साला एक
duelist.
गलती करी.
No,
मैंने ना यहाँ से
you do play double duelist, right? You've got something.
वो देख रहे हो? मैंने जो वहाँ से start किया ना, तो मुझे पता नहीं था कि ये इतना लाइक मेरे को थोड़ा ना स्पेस कम रखना था तो मैं जब यहाँ तक गया तो साला ये स्विच बोर्ड आ गया और वो चलो वो वाला ना वो साला नीचे ये स्विच बोर्ड की वजह से वो लग नहीं पा रहा था तो मेरे को ऊपर करना पड़ा और फिर यहाँ पे आके फिर से इसको लेवल करना पड़ा स्विच बोर्ड की वजह से अब मैंने ना वो चिपका दिए थे तो अगर वो निकालता ना तो दीवार पूरी खराब हो जाती ना वहाँ पे थोड़ा मना fuck up हो गया सीन थोड़ा समझ रहे हो
However, looking at how DRX played, like so aggressive and it can be really clean at times, especially when Buzz is on a tear.
Orange.
I do feel that the adjustment
that's
has
orange,
to be
yellow, red, blue.
It's not just the ISO because
so
DRX with this like trade mentality with flashback coming in, they can be very, very sharp, and PRX has to watch out for that.
I would actually love to see PRX use Talon's Icebox comp just now, and then see what happens with that. That would be super fun. DRX, I don't imagine they'll be shifting too much, considering they just used this, featured it last week, and it you know was very successful.
Why no panels detected?
And yeah,
Hello.
Buzz, of course,
Hello.
is absolutely going to tear.
Well, that does
I think,
help.
Yeah, I think that's the reason. I actually think if something went to the Gecko and
Heavy
you had
Chandni
Jing
bar.
playing ISO, on paper, I think that's a better comp
Yo!
for PaperX.
What
But
the fuck?
you have a player like something, of course,
Hey!
Buzz, an absolute tear on Jet with the operator. I think you're going to need to match that tempo. So I think it's a very tough call to take something off of the Jet here in Icebox.
Well, we
Heavy
are
Chandni bar, man.
find out
Okay.
nothing changes.
All right.
Okay.
Which is fine. I
Yes.
mean, wanting to see Jing
You
play
must
ISO
have?
again was kind of a personal wish, but this composition doesn't have any issues on its own.
अच्छा, अब थोड़ा
It's a
अच्छा लग
very
रहा है. पक्की बात है.
traditional kind of makeup here for Icebox for PaperX. Now the question is how
यही
well
रहने
can
देते हैं
PaperX stop
थोड़ी
the
देर
new
के लिए.
tempo of DRX, which
Clap
is
करो.
reminiscent of old PaperX.
Yeah, that's the scariest thing. I mean,
Clap
on this
नहीं, मुंह
map,
से बोलने से
DRX,
वो होता
they
है.
were actually making use of the clove incredibly well. A lot of metals were being thrown, and it really forces you to disperse around
दिल
the
में
site.
मेरे
PaperX really needs to watch out for
रहने
that. I wonder
वाली
how that sage
कौन
can come into play. They
है?
are starting out on the attack,
तू
so
है.
maybe just some
तू
surprising plays. So actually, when
है.
they played this against Talon, it's a
ओ
lot more
नींद
teamwork, and
चुराई
that's really what brought them
तेरी
over the edge.
मैंने ओ सनम तूने
तूने this year in VCT Pacific League play.
This could full well be it.
The
also,
fuck?
super weird seeing Alex have someone else in the coach's room with him. Still not used to it.
Very
No,
weird.
Dennis smashing.
With
चैन
that,
चुराया
our
तेरा
DRX predictor,
मैंने ओ
Achilles,
सनम
and Valdez, who's with the rest of
तूने
us.
ए ए ए ए ए ए ए ए ए
Thank
ए
you very much. Yes, it is a bit weird seeing somebody else in the coaching booth.
क्या
there,
जीना हमसे
outside
भाई.
Alex. But worry not, Victoria. I don't think he'll be stolen away.
अब जब
Say
रात
hi,
को
fair,
करोगे
though.
तो फुल
DRX. We saw them play
भाई
this map versus Zeta.
मेरे अगर रूम में
That was a 13-0 dominant performance. I don't think we can expect to see remotely the same coming into this map, but oddly enough, something else
पूरे
that's weird
मोहल्ले
to
को
see
पता
is
लगेगा.
Gecko-less Icebox. No one playing it, Sliggy
क्या
can
बोलते?
rejoice.
I guess so. It is definitely very interesting, but you know, as the meta develops and certain teams
अबे मैच स्टार्ट हो गया भाई.
picks over its can happen.
Swing out, something going to be dealt with. Buzz down to 53, but Jing as well getting tagged up as the heal for himself.
Toxin screen down.
Not going to be getting too much health back. Now push out into mid, some tags found, but a headshot nailed there by Mindfreak. Mako going to be taken down.
Yeah, not much you can do about that.
बकचोदी करा लो,
Show
मैच
your
स्टार्ट
head.
हो गया.
It gets taken off immediately by a sheriff. Unlucky. Just a great shot from Mindfreak, and now they're just gonna kind of wait for DRX to push in, and they're getting the read on this that they are.
Some more damage exchange, but I mean, right now, PaperX just held back here into the spawn while Divide goes on a solo mission, creeping forward, trying to create
खतरनाक
some
चांदी
space
बार.
and
भाई
see
पीछे
just
जो
how clear this
लाइटनिंग
A
इफेक्ट
side
आ रहा है
is.
तुम्हें दिख रहा है?
Now it's just silence across the board. Push getting ready to come through, 0 point. To try to fake over towards B. Footsteps going to be heard here as Buzz trying to find this headshot. It's Forsaken down low on HP, but now Nanoswarm at his feet.
Nice one, Divide भाई.
Flashback also here,
Nice
nearly
one,
lined up
Forsaken
for him.
भाई.
Bane is about caught with Util in hand. The swing out, he just can't
चूतिया
quite steady
flash
it. It's
था
all
ना.
on Foxy.
वो
Last
जो
one
रेलिंग है
standing.
ना ऊपर
HP
है
bars,
वो जो राफ्टर
tatters
है
here
उसके
for the side
ऊपर
of
जाके
PaperX,
पटा
but they have
कोई
that man
सा भी
advantage.
ब्लाइंड नहीं वो कतई चूतिया
Man
फ्लैश था.
advantage, and
कौन है वो?
if it's not headshots, probably a couple of shots apiece.
बेन भाई छोड़ दो बेन भाई. CDGR
How do you try to isolate from here?
CDGR
Smoke offered up to allow him to maybe try to go for the half hold. Couple shots flying, the jump forward, but it's going to be Forsaken
Lol,
wrapping around
bro.
from behind.
घुटनों में दम तो है Foxy के.
gaining a
Stick
lead
कर
in
रहा है.
pistols, now 3-2 in the series.
And so far, whoever took the first pistol did go on to win the map. But obviously, very early to
आज
tell.
पहली
This
बार
shot
टेबल भाई का
was
बैट
insane.
अच्छा लगने लगा.
Mindfreak is on
क्या
one
मतलब?
today.
He is.
खतरनाक
And
चांदी
after
बार.
that, you notice a little bit of craziness. Eventually, Forsaken just jumps on down. A little bit too much to ask that they would not check that for the entirety of the defuse, and we saw he was pulling off of that anyway as he was
Top
being
team in
charged,
VCT versus bottom team.
and not able to
DRX
take the
bottom कब से आ
1v3
गया?
in that position. Can't blame him.
मैं थोड़ी तो शर्म करो यार. Bottom पे well known team
whatsoever here from
जिसका नाम है
DRX. Full classics.
छोड़ो.
Minor investments on the util. Couple shots out as the turret gets cleared, and looks like DRX believing in this being a B push, so everybody's starting to make their way across the map.
It does look like PaperX is going to send it here on a B.
Wait forward. Plant coming through. As up over the top. Mako able to find one. Foxy getting Ching as well. Spike for now interrupted as Buzz. So that Guardian is able to put one down, but now it's all on flashback. Can't quite make it happen.
Nice eco, nice
the last 2 kills.
anti-eco.
Vandal, the Guardian going to be carried over into the next round, but decent damage dealt here in the eco from DRX.
Yeah. Jane just walking on up, trying to plant in their face, saying, okay, I've got some support from my teammates, but, you know, enough classic fire in through onto him, and it is able to trade some kills back. Something, the one that is holding onto the Vandal in this case. Ooh, that shot was pretty dirty. Gets the job done here. Does Devi a couple of Sheriff kills at the end. And they're able to hold on to that Vandal, as you mentioned. Seen a lot of bonus rounds converted on so far today from both sides. PRX and DRX getting those.
Buzz faking forward into the 0 point. Sees these nano swarms flying through. PRX.
लाल है पूरा कमरा लाल है.
The lack of info, it would seem. They're going to rotate out.
Bot coming back.
And with this rotation, they are gambling well. Orb now set up here in mid.
Hi, bot.
As they start working their way across in towards B. All comes back up, and it is only Foxy9 on this side of the map. I believe Alarm Bot already cleared out, too.
It doesn't have much utility set up here, outside of a nanoswarm on the spike plants.
Bomb grenade out.
Shots flying, DRX starting to work their way around towards this side of the map again. Something up on top of Yellow, and it's going to be Devi who's actually able to find the first one, peeking out behind Yellow. Gets rid of Flashback. And that's going to be a solid start here.
Something no माने यही रहेगा.
PRX, they want it.
देखना कम से कम 2 मारेगा. कम से कम.
Going forward, Flash goes out. Buzz not getting caught by that one, but
एक मारा.
Continues to swing out. They're just getting gunned down. Push out of the
दो
smoke.
मार.
Foxy able to find 2, but that is
तेरा
about
भाई
it.
बाबा.
PRX start things off 3-0 here on Icebox.
Yeah, what you mentioned before is really the big difference maker. The fact that, okay, no alarm bot, turret was shut down in mid very early on. The push was going on to A early on, but DRX heavily committed to that A site. 4 people on that site, and it's only the Killjoy over on B with not a lot of utility to spot this push coming. So they get in, they get the plants, and that just allows them to set up a firing range that, yes, they don't have the firepower, but they have the positional advantage. And you see people trying to charge through toxic screen, just trying to follow up and trade kills back. But yeah, essentially PRX is able to get a free plant and just set up from there.
Flashback. Watching. We'll go ahead and make some noises. I mean, everybody, again, here from DRX starting to rotate over towards A. But once again, it's PRX situated at B.
Oh, boy.
As soon as they evacuate, PRX just go ahead and creep their way back through.
Well, they're getting the reads on these pushes. I mean, the timings of these are... DRX is not figuring it out. Although at this point, maybe after this round, they'll get a sense.
What the fuck?
Not a round that DRX should have a big chance to take down with mostly just Sheriffs. And now, once again, PRX situated in a great spot outside of Yellow.
Push forward, Buzz now dashing up. Finds a headshot. Jing going to be taking down something, dropping into the fragment down to 50, but quite steady that aim. Mako able to find one. Devi returning fire, looking decent here, and he'll be the closer. 3 kills. Decent damage dealt here by the side of DRX, but still no closer to fighting around win. 4-0 start. PRX.
Well.
Looking very much reinvigorated after the loss on Haven. And with the timer stopped, I suspect it's a timeout call.
हाँ भाई. Tech timeout.
We'll wait and see.
Audio issue.
We have had multiple different types of delays today. But yeah, just, you know, Sheriff
बोलना आगे
And it ends up biting them because they're being in a retake position.
चलो
compared to
13-0
being on the
हुआ
site, ready to take the fight. A lot more
5
difficult.
gifted
Still 3 ultimates here available to
मैं कुछ नहीं
DRX.
भाई
With the lockdown, I mean,
5
Bi has just
gifted
not had to use it.
13-0
He's pulled 2-0 at the moment. He's had this thing for an eternity, but there's been very little resistance.
भाई DRX वापस
So he feels like it would be overkill to go ahead and commit that into the rounds.
Man, what a
I mean, at a certain point, you don't need abilities if you just shoot them.
Yeah.
you just snipe them down, and that's good enough.
I mean, at this point, if Devi, with the way that these rounds have been going, if he had used the lockdown, I think he would be tried in the hop. Just, you can't do that.
Yeah. Well, here comes something.
And there goes Mako. Foxy does manage to intercept, finding Forsaken. His own lockdown prepped and ready. Will be used, but first on the trigger here is Devi, finally committing that into the round. Is everybody just getting zoned back away? Actually, destruction coming through. No tains, but not really any space bought here for DRX. Tuck back with the op for now, and they get the spot out on the Bane.
Crowd liked that one.
Slowed down. 4v4. Smoke here, back yellow. Something just poking and prodding. No command now coming through. Swing out of the smoke. The double face. They're going to be rewarded with some kills now. It's all down to Mind Freak. Spike now planted for him. Foxy clean with a shot.
Kaleshi Munda.
That's going to be TRX getting themselves on board. Committing the second timeout.
Yeah.
There's a long road back if they want to get themselves in a position to try to win out this map.
Yeah, it's good for them that they get the 1 round. I mean, take a look at this. Starts with Foxy9, delays the push, gets the cut off on a Forsaken, and then eventually, pushing yellow all together as a team. Foxy9 gets that long shot. And I'm sure, I didn't want to say anything, but it would have been insane if DRX 13-0'd and then got 0-13'd. But it's not going to happen this time. So DRX will avoid that fate, which would be pretty awful for their sake. And they will at least get the 1 round for now. We'll see if they can build something off of this and make this a competitive map.
Plus up over the top. Sees the peek out. Sends the shot. Not going to get the connection. Turns in. Finds himself. Kill there on a Forsaken. Smoke sent over on the pipes. Flashback. Just staying tucked here for the moment. As the kill on the Forsaken slows things down, grinding them to a halt.
Here.
Little jump peek. Take note of Mind Freak. Nano into the corner. Pushes flashback away. It's a decent little bit of damage in as Buzz trying to go for the flick. Something. The wrist breaker again. He's dashing forward. Doesn't get taken down. Bane able to note him. Finds that kill. Smoke now dissipating. Devi seen. Continuing the challenge forward. Shorty and Hammer. Devi actually comes with a kill. Jinx swinging around the backhand of sight. It starts with a kill on a Forsaken, but it completely gets out of hand for DRX.
Yeah. That swing around the left side from Jing just absolutely tears down the defenses of DRX. And Mako, he was the one who paid it over at B. And PRX were like, okay, challenge accepted. We'll just attack one site. And that's all they need.
Mako set with an impossible task. Wall will break down. Time is certainly not on his side as he actually try to play for this one. Here's the rope. Devi notes him, but Devi just able to line it up a little bit faster. PRX not allowing for DRX to get 2 rounds. Throw them together.
Something is monster, bro. Yeah, bro.
They shut them down, now 9-1.
Yeah, the economy for DRX still in the gutter. You see it starts like this.
Oh my god.
Something just dancing. And yeah, the swing from Jing is really the one that I wanted to note because the timing of it is just perfect. Right as they're feeling the pressure from the opposite side, he pulls around the left and catches them just totally unawares.
Anytime I would have hit those shots, any given moment. Yeah.
Scrape together purchase here, 4 Vandals, and then a stinger from Foxy9. As Devi just re-swings into Buzz. Flash out, flashback dead. Mako finds one, but there's the res. Suddenly, a 5v2. And still with the stinger. PRX not giving DRX any inch, any ounce of an opportunity to get back into these rounds.
13-1
And in the second it looks competitive, they just up the tempo. Had to take a little bit of time on that last A push, but
DRX
this time they just send it
like, is it like they are noobs?
One flash and the job's done.
Or it's like PRX is too strong in front of them.
Alarmbot to try to check on that close plant spot. Nothing there. Devi just so ready for it. And
देखो Ben को देखो भाई.
hold on to
बकचोदी
this
चल रही है यहाँ
Mind
पे.
Freak on the
हाँ?
hunt for it, however.
वो हंस रहा है देखो भाई.
Pushing his way forward. Bane tucked back, but so many angles to check. Looks back in towards main at the right timing. Does manage to find one. Stops it from being a flawless round. Granted, with a kill onto something already, it wouldn't have been. Now, I mean, he is just surrounded. Blood in the water. The Sharks looking to feast, but it seems like he will be allowed to stay alive. DRX, an attempt to try to make it a 10-2 half.
Still
Yeah, that buy in the last round was already pushing it with the Stinger, but now they just have even less. And yeah, I mean, Devi's like, oh, okay, that's where you are. I'm just going to go.
Devi भी heavy open कर रहा है.
And the rest of the team just follow up with a nice flash on in. Just a forward position there, found in that area. Forward screen from the side of DRX, and they just get absolutely rolled over.
See how dire things are coming into this last round of the half. I mean, glass cannon, 2 players. Already the force back. Flashback trying to play this position once again up on top of pipes. Swings out, puts some damage down onto something, but once again cannot confirm the kill. Pops the ultimate to try to get himself out to safety. Buzz in the meantime, covering fire, comes up with 3. Forsaken going to be bleeding out here on the floor. And now it is all on Devi.
Last player standing.
Uncle Sniper, 16-3-1.
दो मार Devi तू. मैं लड़.
Trying to pull off one of the greatest clutches
अगर
that
ये
we
दो
will have ever
मारेगा तो
witnessed if he can make it happen.
करने का मौका है. Devi दो मार मैं लड़.
Just seems so damn impossible for him.
Why damn impossible, bro?
As Blade Star, I mean, there's 4 people looking exactly where Devi is going to come through.
Huh?
Comes back, spots one, swings in, finds the shot. 40 seconds to play with. Spike out in front of him.
No way.
Alarm bot set up. Spike recovered. He's just gonna go for a blind shot. Jumps out, finds Buzz. My God, Devi. Absolutely on one, but it is gonna be DRX getting themselves a second round win at the end of the half. I mean, similar scenes to what we were witnessing with Talon versus RRQ. They were able to run it back quite a bit, but PRX right now looking like an absolutely different beast.
Yeah, they definitely are. I mean, this is a very one-sided affair. We do see the attack and defense win rates. I mean, DRX 12-0 on attack. If you want to take that into account, they certainly did look very strong, and we do have more data compared to their defensive side here for this year. So maybe they do pull something together, as you mentioned. You know, we saw that they were able to pull together some rounds and come back from behind, even on Haven. So this is obviously a much more one-sided affair so far, but I wouldn't be surprised if DRX gets something going here on the attack.
I mean, it was on the attack where they started versus Zeta Division. That's where they were able to get that 12-0 start into the singular, pistol round victory.
भाई बस भाई क्या हो गया? Guys, इस राउंड में 2 चीजें, 3 चीजें हुई.
30 seconds left.
एक
we are comparing here as Devi continuing to just put up some crazy numbers.
मैंने बोला एक भी बंदा डबल डिजिट नहीं आया. बस भाई
Uncle
क्लोज आ
Sniper is absolutely dominating here today.
13-1 नहीं हुआ. 13-1. शर्म करो. 5 नहीं मिलेगा, याद रखना.
We'll see how he starts out this round because he has to
चलो 13-2 भी हुआ ना.
Turret and some armor. It looks like that is going to be the choice for him.
13-2 में भी. जाओ.
To use up all 800
भाई कोई है मेरे साथ
crits.
चैलेंज करने वाला अगर 13-3 हुआ
The fans are still going crazy here before we do get into the second half.
कोई है चैलेंज करने के लिए? लंड होगा लंड. कोई है? हैं?
Silence as the barriers drop. Mind Freak, very same position. Found a kill on the attack. Instead, we'll just go ahead and put a couple shots over onto Foxy9. You'll use from Jing, just keeping everybody very much healthy. PRX though, similar scenes. Maybe expecting a bit of a pivot over towards B, or at least they just want to try to collapse down here through mid. But it looks like they're just going to cut back across over towards screens. A flip retake very much possible for them.
CBL मतलब?
Right on the alarm bot. Damage taken. Flashback. Knocked down to 40. Foxy 9 at 70. Buzz at 7.
भाई 4-3 लौंडे तो
Shots stacked against them here at the moment. Your point getting the catch onto a couple different players. Pop-Pot's going to be sent out with Divide, able to find the first kill. Forsaken getting involved as well. Now Mako taken down.
क्या हो रहा है भैया इधर? क्या हो रहा है?
Flawless in the pistol.
भाई कुछ समझ नहीं
PRX
आया.
4-2 in that regard across the series. And now up 11-2 in this map.
Yeah. You mentioned the flood. They do let them plant, but I think a lot of things.
What a kindness.
Yeah. Oh, you guys got the plant. Great. Yeah. I think just a lot of things. They're spotted on their way in. They're taking damage. Buzz on
Guys,
7.
25
and
more
another
likes,
player
yaar. Come on,
very low
इतना तो
as
कर
well,
सकते
on
हो
like
यार.
60. And eventually, you know, one right click, they're just pushing through smoke, and they just come in so fast that eventually you just can't cover all your bases, especially as you're losing members. And you can see the coaching staff, they know now that it's pretty much a done deal.
Well, looking like the force up here from DRX. Unsurprising given the circumstances. Down by 9. It's going to be Singers across the board. A couple people assessing whether or not they're going to be taking armor into this one. And there's an outlaw on the opposite side. Buzz dropping down, spotted by Mind Freak.
पता नहीं क्या हो रहा है.
Jing up over the top. Oh, what? Single shot, single kill. Buzz instantly dropped. Lonnie hits the floor, double rope across. Jing sneaking around the back here. Will get taken down. Bane able to find one. Obviously, weapon upgrade not going to be obtainable.
Spike planted.
Smoke to hold him at bay for now. Tuck back behind the box. Like plant in and playing into the Singers from this position can be difficult. As Bane finds another, but something gets the collat. Bane and Flashback both going to be taken down. Now, 2 players left standing. Foxy has recovered a Guardian. Barrel spotted. He has to tuck back into something. He's trying to encroach on that position, trying to close things out, but Foxy gets him through the wall. Something dead now, it's all in the Divide. They're both so low, he's got a judge in hand. Tap onto the spike. The bite sent out. Some noise made. Drops back down, seemingly Divide, realizing that this one is not going to be going their way. DRX will be able to fight back. The force buy paying off dividends for them.
गयो.
They do manage to survive.
गयो 5.
Well, that's one way to do it. You know, some of the
अब
more
comeback
straightforward rounds, a little bit more difficult, but Team Stinger comes in here.
Payne's looking like Fallon out here.
I mean, a couple of crazy headshots and this shot from Fox.
Guys, अगर एक comeback हुआ DRX का.
Keep using the Guardian.
Yeah.
8 round भी अगर DRX जीती.
It's pretty good.
Well,
that it was.
It's not over yet. It's obviously DRX dropped that thrifty earlier to PRX. It certainly can happen again. 25-1 now is Divide. 0 point, spotting him out. We'll just back away from green.
भाई इको राउंड है इतना क्यों डर रहे हो? घुसो ना DRX.
25 kills in one death.
क्या भाई?
Oh no.
Not quite that level, but still insane stuff.
Give it a little bit more pause. 25-1.
Yes.
अब तो 13-3 जी. Nah.
Here comes DRX right down the middle.
Comeback लग रहा है.
Full push up. Pass tube, looking like maybe they want to still end up over at A. As shots being sent over towards Forsaken, sent to the pop flash. Connects onto him as well, though. He only gets a smattering of damage cross on Mako and Bane. Now pushing their way forward here into A, but do they read that something is all the way up at lobby? Buzz in the meantime able to find 2 kills. As Jing will answer back, taking down the Jet. And yes, looks like with the 0 point, they have noted something's position. Slide across the rope, eat a little bit of damage. Drops down, flashback, smoke dissipates.
Aim थोड़ा left right था something.
Is able to hold his ground, find that kill, and DRX will collect the 4th round win.
Yep. After getting the eco on the last one, I mean, not really an eco. They did buy up to a bunch of Stingers. After getting that round, they were able to, of course, go ahead and get enough money to full buy and then take this one down. Not much of a resistance from the side of PRX put up here. Buzz did go down to Jing, but that was it. And so a very clean round on top of it all. And DRX, they got to begin their comeback now and make this an interesting match. And it looks like DRX are just going to go straight into A after some shenanigans, and there was a pretty heavy stack on B from the side of PaperX.
Shenanigans.
Slowing things down again, but
पर वो
look at
चौकल हो गए
PaperX.
दे दो यार
Just
घर
full
भिजवा
sending
दो
it back over here towards A. Full weaponry to match. This could be them getting themselves up to match point. They want to cross, Forsaken. Jumping up with a couple pot shots, sending out that flash. Mind Freak able to find the first one as Buzz gets taken down. Things from here become all the more difficult as Flashback will also be eliminated. Forsaken forced out of his little cubby there. Taken down by Bane. Mako and Foxy. The hits are back. The 2v2. Now just the 1v1. The KJs
Last player
to
standing.
duke it out. 45 seconds
KJ
remaining.
baby दवाई on top
Tagged up. Foxy at 70.
And Devi
He's creeping down mid.
reading this, yeah.
He is getting such a strong
bhai.
read on this one. It's Foxy
30 seconds
cutting
left.
out across, out wide. But I believe they
Devi
missed each other, but the footsteps are
hai.
still going to be heard. Devi perfectly
दवाई
aware
है
of where he's trying to
दिमाग तो
go.
है
They're not yet available. Foxy holding for the plan, none the wiser.
oh
Devi,
my god यार
absolutely godlike today. Gets PaperX up to 12.
Match point.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't get better than that. Killjoy versus Killjoy. Devi up against Foxy 9. The two guys that are actually on top of the standings right now for this map, and it was kind of a crazy shot here from Mind Freak. It starts off very well for PaperX, but then eventually, you know, a kill apiece going the way of DRX, they are able to even it up and make it into this very fun 1v1. And Devi's having a great time. Nice little chuckle there at the end. He knows what he was able to do. Just fantastic read from him.
बहनचोद मेरा वाला play
22, 6,
guys
and 2.
मैं भी यही करता हूँ कसम से
Absolutely incredible. And now something is looking to shut this down, end this series with a judge in hand. It was 13-4 on split. PaperX looking to make it the same scoreline as there's a swing out. Was snapped with a headshot. It does manage to take him down. It's a little bit of damage, but otherwise
CDG
not
or
too
something thanks
bad from him. Forsaken just sat here. Moving up within the poison orb. DRX sufficiently happy with that one kill. Now look to work their way back over towards the A site. They've had two players
Jason,
set up
what
there.
a
but PaperX
play,
again
bro.
is having the read.
Yeah. They keep doing this, starting strong on B, but then
Huh?
rotating right on time for A. Down a member this time, though. Let's see how it goes.
He was just trying to audio bait with that 0 point for the turret. Gives up his position. Buzz, in the meantime, able to find himself a second kill as Jing does fall.
DRX का
Coming
throw
through
देखो
from
यहाँ
Bane.
से
Couple shots through the smoke, cross on the Devi. DRX in a good position to try to keep themselves hanging in there.
I guess they're gonna save
Looks like widely, yeah, PaperX going to make the call to go ahead and back away. They know that their economy is not in a solid spot. Foxy 9 wants to try to take some more weapons out of their hands,
Devi?
creeping his way up here in towards mid. Devi, a little bit more ready for it. Finds that kill, gets himself a 23rd in the map thus far. But DRX will be allowed to keep themselves alive in this series for now.
Yeah. Gonna pick up a 5th round. It's not quite the blowout, as DRX definitely clawing a bunch of nice rounds their way. And boom goes the spike. There we go. As we will go
Sentinels
on
watch party
to
होगी
round
नहीं यार
number
बहुत 5:30 बजे
18.
very late यार
But yeah, is the momentum fully in their favor is really the question. Very nice kills from Buzz. He gets that and then this. Just make sure You're really crossing your T's, dotting your I's, and you guys will have success. So far, it has worked out. It certainly helps that Buzz, you know, feels like the closer they get to losing, he just gets more and more powerful.
किसको bench करा? Energy में guys? Som और Shazam के बजाय?
If he continues to have more entries like we just saw in the previous round, then maybe it is possible.
Oh,
all PRX need is one singular round.
Oh, sorry,
Faking on the Cloudburst updraft. Jing, however, in a very far forward position. Just Spectre and Ham. Defy again, the one to deliver the goods.
Sorry.
Spots on the leg of pain. Just continues to swing in. Defy will find it. Was eventually able to wallbang him out of there. But still significant damage dealt. One man advantage available here to PRX. They still have a null command. They can even go for the res if they really wanted to.
नहीं FNS और SOM के बदले किसको बेंच करा है मैं वो जानना है.
Why the hell not?
I'd say yeah. I mean,
might as well.
Yeah.
And now that he's back into play, okay, nanoswarms have gotten cleared out. I was gonna say he could pop them.
Demon one or
something in flashback, just waiting. Opposite sides here of this smoke.
Can't use that.
Alarmbot forward. Sends out the next one. Now the null command coming through. He anticipates somebody to be here in this position. A couple shots ringing out and flashback. Tucks back away, rotates, but just gets spotted. Needs some damage there from Divide.
भागो दो तीन उठा के भागो. चलो GG.
Delivers two. Now it is all on Buzz. He's only able to find the KO. The defuse comes in, and PRX off the back of the timeout will bring this series to a conclusion. 5-2 all-time over DRX. 4 wins in a row within VCT. PRX continue to assert their dominance here over DRX.
Yes, they are the better team for those matches, and today they were absolutely the better team.
The match was a bit casual. Second match में थोड़ा मजे आए हेवन में.
Grin on the side of Boxy 9.
Competition अच्छा था. पर इनका player pick, agent pick थोड़े अलग थे PRX
It's a tough loss for DRX. I think that PRX though they were really on something today. Like something with crazy movement and divide.
I don't know guys. तुम क्या बोलते हो? ये गेम थोड़ा
like on every gun in the game. You pretty
जिस
much
लेवल का मैंने सोचा था अच्छा होगा वैसा निकला नहीं.
He was my choice for MVP.
क्या बोलते हो
not a
guys?
big surprise. I think that PRX looking stronger than ever. DRX nice fight.
PRX versus
DRX were the better team today.
was like
yeah, I mean I think that the Divide MVP nomination has to be fairly unanimous.
The guy was
just he was just on a different plane here today.
Yeah.
I mean he's always so damn good. But this was something different. Leaned into the sniping a hell of a lot more than we've seen in the past. This one, he was constantly keeping the outlaw in his hands, and he was putting up fantastic numbers with it. So I think it would be a bit of a shock if he doesn't come away with that one. But congratulations over to PRX. We'll now pass things back over to the analyst desk to break down the action from today.
Thank you, Achilleos and Valdez. PRX continues to be undefeated as far as it goes with DRX. They are thwarted once more and in a very convincing fashion.
Yeah, I mean, coming back to Icebox, you see PRX almost making it seem like they might just sweep it through in the very beginning of this map. And it's a combination of a lot of things, right? It's individuals just performing better. It's movement like this where something he's now using his insane mechanics to actually play for the team and create space for the team rather than just creating space for himself like he sometimes did in the very beginning when he joined. I mean, this is an evolution, pretty consistent evolution of PRX, which I think should give a lot of hope to the PRX.
It's like very interesting jet tech that we don't see too often. He's like updrafting and then dashing backwards into his team where it sets up the big firefight, and it's a little bit unfortunate for DRX. I mean, that said,
actually किसी को कैसे पता होगा मैं ये वाला सेम सेटअप कैसे करूँ यार? How the fuck do I set up? ये like ये इसके अलग-अलग पैनल्स के अलग-अलग कलर कैसे लाऊं मैं? मेरे को समझ नहीं आ रहा. जैसे ये देखो ना सेम कलर के पूरे पैनल है ना, इसके अलग-अलग पैनल के अलग-अलग कलर कैसे लाऊं? Well, this is also not looking bad. क्या बोलते हो guys? Because but ये एक सेम कलर है. ब्रो ये जो मेरी ऐप है नैनो लीफ की एक वार्निंग आ रहा है, नो पैनल्स डिटेक्टेड. Try unplugging the controller and plugging it back into the same or different location if you are still seeing this warning. Try disconnecting the device from power and making sure your device's firmware version is up to date. What the fuck is a firmware version? YT सर्च करो. रुको मैं एक बार ही ना ये करता हूँ. रीस्टार्ट हो रहा है वो. लेट इट रीस्टार्ट. जी चेत लेट्स गो. क्या एक्सिलर से हेल्प लो. एक्सिलर को क्या पता होगा उसके पास कहाँ है ये नैनो लीव्स. हुआ कलर चेंज हुआ नहीं हुआ भाई. अभी भी आ रहा है नो पैनल्स डिटेक्टेड. क्यों? आई जस्ट डिड यू फक. Bro, how the fuck it's changing color through my app if no panels are detected? ये देखो मैं चेंज कर पा रहा हूँ कलर अपने इधर ऐप से. This is bullshit भाई. हेलो. ओ बैंचोद इतना डार्क है मेरे. भाई उसकी इतनी लाइट्स है. मेरे ये लाइट मेरे तीन मैंने यहाँ पे ये लगा रखे हैं रिंग लाइट्स. Yo, what the fuck is this, bro? ये क्या है? Match orientation. Rotate layout on the screen below to match your installation in real life. This enables certain features. Proper scene direction, touch and swipe gesture. क्या? एक सेकेंड. Never mind. Fuck this. I'm gonna search it. कैमरा सही से एडजस्ट कर. टेढ़ा लग रहा है लाइट क्योंकि एक्चुअली लाइट टेढ़ा है. कैमरा सीधा है. नेवर माइंड. चलो मैं ऑफ स्ट्रीम देखूंगा इसमें क्या दिक्कत है. गोटे खुजलाओ और सो जाओ गाइस. आई विल सी यू एट नाइट मोस्ट प्रोबेबली. या फिर देखता हूँ मैं आज रात को स्ट्रीम करूँगा कि नहीं करूँगा. ठीक है. घर जाएगा कॉपीराइट है. चलो गुड नाइट, आई मीन सी यू, बाय बाय, लाइक कर देना।
हाथ बांध छोटे हाथ बांध, सुनो एहतराम से गाने मेरे नाम के मुरीद, तेरे पसंदीदा रैपर मेरे काम के मुरीद। हाथ बांध वरना बोलेगी फिर 9 मिलीमीटर। हाथ बांध छोटे हाथ बांध, आए तेरे शहर तो लगा दे वहाँ 4 चांद। बात मान मेरी बात मान, हला होड़ी नहीं होए देंगे तेरी गांड फाड़। जिन्हें चर्च पिला दी वो सारे हाई के मुरीद, जिन्हें वर्ष दिया वो सारे लिखाई के मुरीद। लेकिन भाई वाले तेरे थोड़े आउट ऑफ द लीग, आउट ऑफ द वे जाते हैं कभी आओ तो कराची। फ्लो सो सिक मुझे TY2 टोन बोल, हाइप खाएगा ना मुंह तो खोल। इधर सोल्ड आउट शो बेटा 10,000 लोग, अभी आई एम द शिट, अभी गर्मी नहीं ब्रो। गलत तेरी मालूमात करे तेरा बंदोबस्त, बेंच जाती फटोफट। Pull up and we fuck it up, pull up and we fuck it up. Karachi mera, मैं आ रहा city shutting down Lahore. Back in Karachi, बलोच बनाए जोड़े smoking up in Johor. 3 AM, 4 AM, कलम तोड़ any fucking day. मेरे भाई वाले बैठे Canada, hustle है digits हैं add it up, add it up. शहर मेरा जंगल है gang पूरा animals. We can bake मेरे boys करें edibles. Bitch made motherfuckers acting like many men. असल में ये minions, देखिए resilience. बाउंस बैक करें, आउंस फ्लैश करें, मान के नहीं लाए अपनी हाइप कैश करें। तुम्हें रॉन्ग वे छोटे, हम तो राइट पैड करें पे अप मदरफकर। हम पाइप पाइप करें, तेरे नट टाइट करें जैसे उस्ताद। मुझे सीख के सिखाएंगे ये गुस्ताख, नो कीज मैंने वेव किए पुश स्टार्ट। बात सुन, हाथ बांध छोटे हाथ बांध, सुनो एहतराम से गाने मेरे नाम के मुरीद, तेरे पसंदीदा रैपर मेरे काम के मुरीद। हाथ बांध पड़े फायर तो सुनाई देगी चीख। हाथ बांध छोटे हाथ बांध, आए तेरे शहर तो लगा दे वहाँ 4 चांद। बात मान मेरी बात मान, हलाउड़ी नहीं होए देंगे तेरी गांड फाड़। खारदार निपट लेते तुझे बारों बार, गुनाहगार सदा करो बार। खून खार तो तुम बनो मत उछलते औरों के लनों पर। बड़े क्या घरों में तुम्हारे, बोलो ना भड़वों, अब रुको मत सजे और खपे। हिप हॉप पे खपे, इनको बोरी में भर के हम डब्बों में रखते हैं। चीनी मुर्गी के अंडे हैं, जो करे गांडू फेस पेट मलते हैं। दौलत है शौहरत है इज्जत है चूती है, लेसर नोन सिर्फ मुझसे जलते हैं। पब्लिक को खबर है चूतिया बनती नहीं, इनकी चूतिया पंती चलती नहीं। इनके करियर भी खाए तफसील से मैंने, मुझे भी जल्दी नहीं। हाथ बांध छोटे हाथ बांध, सुनो एहतराम से गाने मेरे नाम के मुरीद, तेरे पसंदीदा रैपर मेरे काम के मुरीद। हाथ बांध वरना बोलेगी फिर 9 मिलीमीटर। हाथ बांध छोटे